to serve a warrant in Florida may have seen them coming through the doorbell cam. 2 of the agents died.
The doorbell cam, ain't that a motherfucker?
Japanese scientists say they're trying to unravel a mystery in soil samples from an asteroid. They show signs of heat, but not likely from the sun. It could provide clues to the origin of the solar system. An apology from the Texas Department of Public Safety over an Amber Alert that went really wrong.
It was like any other Amber Alert, including a description of the kidnapping suspect, a white male, red hair, blue eyes, 28 years old, and wearing blue overalls. Police even had the perpetrator's name, Chucky. Yes, that Chucky.
I'm gonna get you! Chucky.
The foul-mouthed homicidal doll from the Child's Play movies. Without being specific.
Did you care what your kids watched when they were? Yes. See, we never did. You know what? It never did. If anything, I'd say it had zero effect either way, because they had a healthy reticular activating device, a RAD, which is something that can easily distinguish feelings and emotions from fiction to reality. Some people have a blurred, they can see trauma on the screen, and inside their bodies, they react as if they're fucking seeing it. And you know what's weird is you don't know if you have a good RAD or not, but a lot of these fucking people that go nuts, they're the ones that can't. I mean, they'll get pissed off.
They don't know the difference.
Well, they get pissed off at a movie if someone is an underdog, and then they go out and you may hear about this in a movie. They'll go out and kick somebody's ass or something.
Yeah, but that's a few.
No, I know. I mean, it's not as few as you think because there's different levels of it.
Yeah,
so they're not all nuts, but some have maybe a little less of a filter. And it does affect them. Now, it for sure affects people with the news because, and what I mean by that is we all assume news is true, but you see this and then you get such differing opinions that it gets you swung one way to the other, and it's really fucking unhealthy. I have stopped watching.
I have, exactly. But that was just Russia's whole deal, was to pit us against each other. I mean, really, when they talked about Russia, they didn't give a fuck who got elected. What they gave a fuck is creating exactly what they did, and they did a fucking good job of it, man. They got the left and right hating each other to where they can't even agree on something in our Congress, man. They did exactly what they set out to do along with the Chinese. Those fuckers. And the next one's going to be warfare on our stock market, man. They're going to see what happened if they weren't involved with it on like fucking Game Day or GameStop or whatever the fuck it's called. And they're going to learn that they can manipulate by, imagine if they could get in there with Chinese fucking money, you know, government money, meaning endless supplies of fucking money. They can make any stock a winner or loser.
Now,
manipulate our fucking market.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, travel around the Mile High City Freeway system for the most part in decent shape. Just a bit of delay in the Commerce City Drive, westbound 270, heavy between Quebec and Vasquez. Eastbound, a bit stop and go between I-76 and York. Got a crash coming in on southbound 225, approaching the northbound I-25 interchange. Watch out for delays there. Off-highway, crash being cleared at 41st and Sheridan. Police are on the scene. Best to avoid the area if you can.
Sorry. You guys have anything this weekend? Anything cool?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We're going something weird, just on the boat, staying at St. Julian.
I've never heard of that.
It's a
Hotel?
high class, but they're really, with COVID and stuff, people are just screaming deals.
Is it as nice as down in the Springs, you think?
Yeah, it's as nice as far as a hotel, but it's not a property.
I got you.
It's just a hotel.
It's a hotel.
Right downtown. So we're just going to go eat and stay there. I mean, it's kind of weird, but...
No, it sounds like something to do, though, man. I don't like those hotels.
Is that the first spot break, really, or is that left over from that Get Found, Art, and Simply? Okay.
Do you like the hotels like, I'll give you an example, the Brown Palace. I don't like the old decor. I realize it's a nice hotel and service, but I like more modern. I don't like that old shit.
No, I don't either. And in New York, you have a lot of those, what they're called heritage hotels.
Yeah.
And they're really beautiful, but...
And they're expensive as
fuck. I like when they fix them up so the bathroom and the plumbing and everything, you get for big counters. But it's old. It's new old. I like...
Italy's like that everywhere.
And then, of course, the Broadmoor truly is old, but it doesn't feel old.
No, it doesn't.
You can know you miss your neighborhood. But one day she stopped at the stop sign.
I hate the type of hotel that seems generic. Formica desk and just hard surfaces. Like I'm a fucking dark dude. I'm a snob with hotels. One of the few things I am not cheap on is fucking hotels. I just hate a fucking cheap room. I'm terrified I'll get bed bugs. I don't like any part of them. Her sister's fucking got bed bugs in hotel once.
Now, Tom Martino, the Trouble.
Hi, Tom Martino here, solving problems. Thatworks.com. Why are you not doing it? To get rid of pain and anxiety. Honest to goodness, you know what? I'm not prescribing it as an antidepressant, but it makes you feel great. I don't know why. RealCBDThatworks.com. It also helps with pain and inflammation and systemic inflammation, which helps your support your immunity system, your immune system. RealCBDThatworks.com. You get 30% off if you use Tom in the promo code. Listen, we have a lot of action from yesterday holding, so I'm going to get right to the phone. Steve, for example, he held, and then we have Yesenia and Beth and all of you. I'm going to get to you right now. So Steve has a 401k problem. Let's go, Steve. I want to help. What's happening, sir? What's going on with you?
Well, I've been unemployed for a little bit, and my unemployment, I've submitted, every 2 weeks you have to submit.
Yeah.
And I have confirmation that I submitted and I'm eligible, but now for some reason the account is on hold, and I'm suspecting it's because of this pension retirement questionnaire that they sent me. And after I talked with your person yesterday,
yeah,
I called my former employer, and they've performed no action on that. They turned it over to the 401k
So wait,
plan.
what does your pension have to do with the unemployment?
Well, apparently it says here that they're going to take taxes from the pension account because they believe I've received a lump sum pension retirement check.
But what does that have to? And that would have affected your unemployment?
Apparently, yes.
Okay, let's take one thing at a time. On your 401k, when you left your employer, you left your 401k there?
Yes, I left it there, and then it moved into the company that manages it. Now they have control of it.
Right, but
so
hold on, but it's still in your name, and the trustee is treating it as now an individual retirement plan right now, right?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So, in other words, it's no longer a 401k. It's now just a retirement plan. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. Because
correct. Well, yeah, whatever they call that.
It's a rollover. And now you have this plan, but you never took it as money. You took it as a rollover, or your company did it automatically.
Correct.
Okay. Now, and somehow that was interpreted as a lump sum payout.
I doubt it, because generally unemployment's never going to look at a retirement, at least not a
hold on,
real retirement.
Hold on. I think we got two problems here, though, Mark. I think the taxes, though, is more of a problem than even unemployment. We can handle unemployment, but who said they were taking taxes? Did the trustee for the new retirement plan? Who said we're taking taxes?
Well, the only place where it says that they're taking taxes is on this pension retirement questionnaire that I sent you.
Who sent you this? Who sent you this pension and retirement questionnaire?
It's Colorado Department of Labor and Employment.
Okay. Did you call your trustee?
Yes, and my account is still in effect, and they have not sent any payments out.
I want to know who. Okay, I understand that. I want to know who the trustee is.
The trustee is the retirement account.
Who?
Manager.
Do you know who? What's the name of the company? Is it Pensis? Is it Pensco? Is it who's your trustee for the 401k?
Well,
where does it reside, sir? Sir, it resides with somebody. It's on the top of your statement every month.
Right, and I don't have that with me, Tom.
Okay, that's okay. But you are sure it is a trustee for a retirement plan?
Yes.
Okay. I need to know.
I called the account manager yesterday. He has not got back to me.
The account manager. The account manager where?
With this company that's managing the retirement.
Okay. You have to do
some company. It's the same company that manages for my previous employer.
No, I get it, bro. I get that. But we need to actually contact them. We're going to actually help you. Now, what I need to know a few things like this. The name of the company you were employed with.
Okay, I was employed with the county.
What county?
Grand County.
Isn't that up in
what county is
Winter Park and Granby? Is that Grand County?
Grand County, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you contact Grand County?
I did.
And what did they say?
The HR person said that they turned it over to the company that manages retirement plans for the county.
Somewhere it was recorded at the state. Somehow the state picked up on this rollover as a cash out. Okay? Now, we need to figure out how to correct it. But I am positive what happened was the state misinterpreted it. When you got this questionnaire, did you fill it out?
No, I still have it.
Did you call this Department of Labor and Employment and say, I did not get a lump sum nor a payout?
Well, I've called, and they give you another number, and then another number, and I made 8 phone calls, and none of them got me an actual person. And then finally, the last one said to leave your name and number, and I did.
Okay.
And then it said,
we're going to get some answers for you.
Identify you.
We're going to get some answers for you. Okay. Hold on. Are you somewhere? Where are you right now? Are you where you can find out who your trustee is?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So hold on. I'm going to have Suze call you back as soon as I read over this questionnaire. I think I know what's going on. And then we're going to get an expert on. 303-713-TALK. Okay. Yesenia, now.
Yes, I'm here.
Now, this thing is unbelievable to me because I have been looking at this and researching it. And I don't know how this is happening, but folks, it's happening. Explain what happened to you, Yesenia. You went online to somewhere called what?
Inmate care packaging.
It's actually called Inmate Care Package, I believe, .com or .net. What is that?
.net.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it just came up on the internet. And
it's Inmate. Listen, I want to tell people it's called Inmate Care Package .net. Okay. I'm telling people this for a reason. They got to go to this site because from what we can tell, not one person ever gets a package. Now, here's what they have found. The perfect scam. Why? I'm going to give you a couple reasons. The people like Yesenia who buy things, what form of payment do they take, Yesenia? What form of payment?
They don't take credit or debit, but they do take Cash App, Zally, money orders. So they don't take anything that can actually get a refund. You can get a refund off.
Right. Then they say they're going to send it to the prison directly. Yet, most prisons do not accept packages. Therefore, you are left to assume that, well, my bad, I should have checked with the prison because they tell you, the prison, it's fine. Then you come to find out the prison won't accept it. So then you think, oh, my bad, I made a mistake. Now it's lost somewhere in transit. However, the prisons never actually even get a package to reject. Now listen, people, they don't even get a package to reject. But you are left thinking, it's your bad, you made a mistake. So now you then go away. But Yesenia checked with the prison and they said, well, we don't accept packages. However, we never even got one here to reject. And then I went online and we found hundreds of the cases like this, hundreds, which lead us to believe we don't believe that inmate care packages ever delivers a package. Yet, no refunds are issued. Now get this. The victim who is in jail, no one's going to listen to. And the victim who sent the package, they figure, well, what the hell do you expect? There is no sympathy. There is no one there to help. And it is the perfect scam. In fact, we cannot find one person who has received a package. Now, what we need to do is find a phone number for these clowns. We need to find a phone number. Huh?
Yes. I know the address. There's an address in Florida, but there is no phone number. The only time that I did get a live person again was I acted like I wanted to make.
All right, you hold on. I want to come. I want to get the address. We're going to look for a phone number. We're going to go to war.
Did you know that Neil Armstrong knew how to fly before he got his driver's license? Learn more. The moon in Armstrong on Curiosity Street. Curiosity Street.
I'm going to do
video service
Art of
for
Granite
thousands of documentary films and TV shows about nature and science. Anything else you want to learn about? Spark your curiosity on any device that can stream video. Learn more and sign up today at curiositystream.com.
theartofgranite.com. Go to that website, theartofgranite.com. You'll find Mitch Floria's place where he sells solid surface countertops of natural stone or anything you want, like quartz. And he gets it to you at wholesale. The other thing, he tears out and hauls away all of the old stuff free. That's a big job. No mess. He also does the bathroom vanity free when you have the kitchen done. And all of it can be done in about 2 weeks from the time you pick material. Think about that. All you have to do is call for a price, 303-386-5919, 386-5919. Get your price on the phone. Now, if you're looking for floor coverings to go along with that beautiful kitchen, or maybe you just want floor coverings for your living room, your gym, wherever, whatever, you get it at simplyfloorsinc.com. No longer do you have to go to these big boxes and be treated like a number. Buddy and Karen Mitchell will take care of you at 20, 30, 40% discounts. They pass them on to you, and they give you better installers, better financing, better warranties. Simply Floors Inc. That's INC. To make your appointment. Simplyfloorsinc.com. They'll come to your home.
All right, getfoundfast.com. Listen, if you have a company or corporate website, chances are, if you're a small business, you haven't looked at it in the last 60 or 90 days, and that's not good. Your competition is looking at theirs all the time. I don't care if you own a small restaurant or a large retail shopping center. You have to keep your website up to date. The guys at getfoundfast.com can help you. They'll give you a free analysis. They'll tell you if it's mobile friendly. They'll tell you if your search words are right. They'll give you a lot of great free information. They help Tom and myself with referralist.com every single day. Go to getfoundfast.com and schedule that free analysis.
Are you curious when you should take Social Security? This is Kurt Cambier. Visit my website now for your free Social Security analysis at kurtcambier.com.
The Clintons have killed more.
Greg, it looks like to me to report like potholes and stuff that I'm looking at, it looks like you go on their website, and if I Googled CDOT hotline, got me to a link for questions and concerns. Then you go and you hit maintenance issues, and then you pick your area, and it has you, like it picks the area in the state of Colorado, like there's a one, and then you fill it out. They may not have like a phone number right now with COVID, man. You're right, I'm not seeing any. Let me see also, let me see my I have no idea who that is. I have some guy named Joseph Burrows who's with CDOT, but I don't know what he does.
Who is? It's not going to be in here. Well, let's just see, man. Inmate care package. You want to make a bet? How much you want to bet? I don't get a phone number and somebody's name and their home number. Yeah. I got their fucking phone number.
Election day, almost 5 million people have downloaded the
I got a phone number.
TV app on
Sure you do have a phone number. Suzanne, try this phone number and hang up. See who you get. 480
on all major cable systems. Call your operator if they don't care.
624
watch Newsmax on Roku,
2599.
Apple TV, Zumo,
Just say wrong number. Just see who answers.
Smart TVs like Samsung and LG. Newsmax.
Oh, domains by proxy. Shit, this is the group. Domains by. Never mind. Fuck. It's not there now. It's domains by proxy. I think. Shit. I think.
If you or a loved one were exposed to
so, Mark, they can't get through to you.
Containing herbicides at work or on a farm,
God,
and then develop Parkinson's disease. You
and don't say it.
And you have the right to take action. Call the Miller Group today, toll free.
I'm on the COVID wait list, boy.
What? Come on. You're a fucking piece of shit. I'm 67.
I gotta call this number right now.
I am pissed.
It's domains by proxy. Says if your customer hit this number, if you're not. Is that what you needed to know?
Right?
Is that what you needed? Who it went to?
Yeah, I thought it was,
That's probably the owner's home number.
Oh.
Did you get the emails I sent to you from Yasina?
Switch today.
That'll be handled tonight, by the way.
What's
that different person?
Not talking about
she said, I've seen it.
Tweet about it. See Twitter and follow the trouble. At Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of Denver's talk stations on Twitter.
Mark, this might be owned by
right now at 6:30.
I know. I said that yesterday. They could be doing this right there.
We have found what we feel is a major scam. Hundreds and hundreds of complaints from people who go to the website. Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk? Don't you think it's
a website like this would make money? It's inmatecarepackage.net. You go there. There's no way to contact them. They are registered under domains by proxy, which means you never get to know who the registrant is or the phone number. And in addition to that, we cannot find one. We find hundreds of complaints from people who paid, did not get the packages delivered, nor did they get a refund. And there is no way to get a hold of them. We need to track this down like an investigator. Mark, what were you going to say?
It's a total ripoff, no doubt, but there is a little bit of common sense here. Who thinks you could send a huge care package with 50 bags of chips, Oreos, everything, to an inmate? There's commissary there. They don't allow outside food in generally.
They don't.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a little common sense. You could put heroin, acid, you could put anything in the cookies and send it if they allowed this. So, I mean, at some point, you use a little common sense.
And we don't know of one prison that accepts packages yet.
Could you imagine? You could go to Amazon and send them pepper spray then. You could send them a stun gun. A knife.
Here's what I don't understand. What do we do?
It's probably run by some inmates sitting in Alcatraz or wherever the hell
we need to somehow let inmate care packages know we're up. We found them. So, Yasinia, I need to know something. I need to know the address of this place. Where is it?
It's in Florida.
Where? Do you have an actual address?
Yes, here. One moment.
If I stick Smarty Marty on him, he'll probably ride his bicycle over there if he's close enough.
Let me see. It's in, because they do say in one of the things like how to contact them and how to...
Okay, let's do it. Let's hear it. We're going to war with this place. I mean, if we have to call someone in Florida next door to them, I need to know where are they located, Yasinia?
Okay, I'm getting that. I just had it right here, and it went... Hold on.
Drum roll, please. Okay. Just kidding. I'm going to put you on hold. Hold on. Suzanne, get the address for me. Maureen, what's going on with you, Maureen? What's happening? Maureen? Dog. Okay. Maureen, I'm going to... Oh, there you are. Hi, thank you for waiting. And by the way, Beth, we called you. We're going to get to you too, Beth. Maureen, what's going on?
So I rented my my home out in Vail, a short-term renter over Christmas.
Now, Maureen, was this your home or was this a rental that you own?
It's a rental it's a home that I own, and
But it is for renting. But the home I'm just curious. The home you have, is it for renting or was it your second home or your personal home?
Well, it's transitioning into my personal home. But
okay, I got you. Okay, now what went wrong, dear?
Well, I had a person who I previously talked to, and she wanted to rent from December 21st until December 27th, and she called me and requested those dates. I told her that you could rent through me, or you could rent through VRBO, your preference. And she said, well, I'll just pay you directly, and I'll pay you through PayPal. So they did, and she split the cost between her, the mother, and the daughter-in-law.
And did they each pay you?
They each paid me through PayPal.
And how much did each pay?
Each paid approximately $1,500.
Okay, gotcha. So what's the problem?
So when the date to move in and the contract is, or the rental agreement is December 21st.
Yeah, I got the rental agreement. I got the rental agreement before me.
Okay. So they wanted to check in early. The house wasn't ready. I had furnace problems the previous day, so I was there. I was cleaning the house myself because of the furnace problem, and my cleaning company wasn't available last minute.
Yeah.
So I've owned this house for 20 years. I've cleaned it zillions of times. It was impeccable. Because they couldn't move in at 11 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock, the daughter-in-law was very mad about that, and she just and everything went downhill from there.
Here's what I need to know. Your rental agreement, does it say 3 p.m.? Yes, it does. Okay, I see it clearly. Okay, I clearly see it. So what happened when they couldn't get in, everything went downhill? What does that mean? Did they want to cancel?
No. They came back at 3 o'clock. They moved in. That was a Tuesday. And then on a Friday, which was Christmas Day at 6:45, she sends me this email and I think I sent you the email, and she said the towels were musty. The floors were dirty. The dishwasher needs replaced. Overall, they felt the house was dirty and dusty.
So they stayed there on the 21st, the 22nd, the whole day of the 21st to the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and then complained on the 25th.
Correct. But they stayed the whole time, and the checkout date was 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, the 27th. So they stayed the whole time. In this email that she sent me on Christmas Day, she said that they wanted a 25% refund because of these things.
All right. By the way, let's speed up. What did they do? Did they contest the charge anywhere?
They went through PayPal, and the mother went through PayPal, and the daughter went through PayPal.
And did they reverse the charge? Did PayPal reverse the charge?
No.
Good.
So, okay, but then she went to the credit card company.
Yeah, but the credit card company, okay, what's weird about that is the credit card pays PayPal, PayPal pays you. Even if the credit card reverses, PayPal still, you're not going to have to give the money back. What happened?
Well, PayPal is telling me that I have to bring my account up in PayPal because it's between the $1,500 and then the mother asked for $880. So approximately $2,200 that my PayPal account is minus because PayPal wants me to bring my
Hold on.
account.
Are you saying that they contested it on the credit card, which took it out of their PayPal, which in turn took it out of your payment?
Correct.
But I thought PayPal doesn't do that, and I thought credit cards will not take from PayPal because PayPal fulfilled its obligation by providing a payment service. In past conflicts, PayPal used to, the credit cards companies used to say, did you pay PayPal? Yes. Did PayPal make the payment as promised? Yes. Then your transaction with PayPal has been completed. They don't normally do this, so I don't even understand that. So PayPal wants money back, so these people contested the charge, basically, and you're out the money. And where do they come off protesting a full $2,200 when the whole damn bill was only $2,900?
Yeah, well, the whole bill was about $2,600.
Okay, see, well, I'm looking here and it says $2,893. I don't care. I'm not going to quibble.
They could have contested the entire amount going to PayPal, saying, "Hey, we never made anything to PayPal." That was fraudulent. That's probably what happened.
What did they claim to get PayPal to reverse the charge? Do you know?
So they charge two things at PayPal. The first charge is that they didn't do this rental agreement. They didn't.
Right. They're saying it's fraudulent.
Yeah.
Got it. So they're basically saying fraud. They just denied being there, right?
Well, they denied accepting the rental agreement.
What else?
Okay, and then the second complaint to PayPal.
Just go ahead. What is the complaint?
That it wasn't the product that they signed up for.
All right, hold on. Okay, just hold on. This sucks. We got to figure out what to do with this. And Jerome has a comment on the Inmate package. Please, Jerome, hang on. More right after this.
Are you shitting me? We got another 3 like this?
No, I just keep forgetting to type.
Okay, just tell me, man, so I can get ready.
Ellison Payne.
What? Who? David Ellison Payne. Oh, Ellis.
This report is sponsored by AAA Colorado Insurance.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, one trouble spot on the Highway Drive in the metro area, on 225, the Bet Stop and Go there between the Spillway and I-25. Problem is, there's a crash there approaching the I-25 interchange, causing those backups, so watch out for that. The rest of the freeway system looking good. I-70, I-25, no delays through the heart of the city. Off-highway, just got word that crash southbound Sheridan at West 41st has cleared. All lanes are back open. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be mostly sunny and breezy today with a high of 40. Tonight, partly cloudy and blustery overnight, a low of 20. Right now, a few clouds and 33. With your impact traffic and weather,
Are you still doing KCO?
K-How.
Don't settle.
This is the last one. It's not worth it. That's just a pain in the ass. It's down. It's down.
For 100 years, AAA has been.
We got to try to pick up another market.
Trucks. Switch today.
I'm going to call Dennis tomorrow. You don't have to live with pain. That is the message. 60 or 30. ColoradoPainCare.com. That's the name of the clinic I fully endorse. A group of local doctors, by the way. They're not owned by some big group. You are individually treated, and they will take all insurances and Medicare and Medicaid and workers' comp. And they'll work with you for a customized treatment plan, which could include physical therapy or some medications at times, but their goal is to get you off long-term medications. They have nerve blocks. They have radio frequency nerve control, nerve and spinal cord stimulators. They have invasive, non-invasive. They have all treatments, and they know how to deal with pain. They can work with your doctor or work directly with you, of course. No matter what, you should call them directly and find out more. You don't have to live with pain, no matter what that pain is coming from. They have dealt with it. 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN. ColoradoPainCare.com. Get your life back. You know, the pandemic has made cash tight. There are a lot of people right now that had hundreds of dollars sitting in their drawers. You know, they have old gold and silver and valuables and tangled chains, maybe coin collections, whatever it is. David Ellis Jewelers will give you top value. He's a trusted local jeweler. I've known David for the entire time, practically 40 years. He's been in Denver at the corner of 3rd and Clayton. That's Cherry Creek North shopping area, 3rd and Clayton. David Ellis Jewelers. You won't be disappointed. Call him or go in. Drop in. 303-322-8779. Get cash today.
Don't miss the Trading Group Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 630 KNOW. Learn how you can earn a full-time income as a short-term trader. That's the Trading Group Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. The question line is 888.
Do we have any guests today?
8787.
You own a timeshare, and it's the time of the year for eye-popping maintenance fees arriving in your mailbox. How much will it be this time? You're kidding me.
No, but this is what I have going on. I'm getting Jim Saxton on today.
Oh, good.
We have a guest?
But I don't think he's staying. I just think he's coming on for a plug, right?
That's fine.
And then at 11, I've lined up a call with Bonnie Shields.
Good, excellent.
You know, it's an interesting question. If you've been separated for 7 years and now they're filing for divorce, do you have to disclose all your financials?
This is good.
You know what I mean? I've never heard that before.
Great.
7 years later, she wants to know what he's making and stuff. Should they base it off of what he made back then? I don't know.
Oh, man.
So I got that at 11, just a heads up. And Jim Saxton's going to be around noon.
I want to tell you the most interesting case in the world, but I can't when we're online. But I'm going to talk about it later.
Okay.
This is the Dispatch Health House Call team. Hi there. They provide urgent medical care and comfort and privacy in your own.
Okay. How's Danny been? Does he like working at home or does he hate it?
What's that?
I think Dan liked getting out of the house. I think Dan liked getting out of the house is what I said. We used to have fun at the house. We had food every day.
They also treat a wide range of everyday issues, including respiratory infection, like flu and pneumonia, migraine, dehydration, sprain, and minor fracture. Plus, Dispatch Health is in network with most health insurance.
In fact, 33 of those chemicals are toxic and can cause cancer, and breathing them could affect your health. For more information, visit SmokeIsSmoke.com. The group to alleviate smoking pollution works to protect everyone's right to breathe smoke-free air.
This Valentine's Day, fall for best fiends.
Hey, remember that moving, Mile High Moving?
From the App Store or Google Play. That's Friends Without the R.
And about the insurance, and Marty said he thought he could get it done, and he bet Mark lunch. Well, he owes Mark lunch, and I need to get the consumer on, and we need to go to war with them. My God, we have a lot. Now, if there's too much today, let me know.
And Saturday afternoons at 3.
Good. Or tomorrow, Ren. Hi, Tom Chino, your troubleshooter. Listen, we have so many people we have to warn you about.
I have to update the Sleaze Brigade, and I will, but just to let you know, Brothers Auto, remember though there was one that sold a salvage vehicle would do nothing about it? Brothers Auto, LLC. Also, I want to warn you about Mile High Moving.
Whoa. Brothers Auto
Whoa.
ended up coming through.
Wait, okay. What was I? Wait a minute.
We
the
were
one
just
with
waiting.
the salvage vehicle?
Yeah, we were just waiting for them to get it officially settled on Saturday.
Yeah,
Hold on.
they're going to write her a check.
Why the hell did I not hear this?
Well, because you weren't listening.
No, seriously.
Different paths,
no,
Tommy.
was it on the air?
In the night.
No, honest to goodness, was it on the air? Not the follow-up on the air.
No, we haven't done the follow-up yet.
Well, thank you for letting me know that. Okay, brothers. Give a brother a break here. Okay, but can I safely say, since Deputy Smarty Pants, wrote this to me, Mile High Moving misled.
Oh, yeah, Marty's pissed at them.
He's pissed at them because he thought he could get it done. Normally he can. He bet Mark lunch.
He thought he would get a mover based out of Florida to do the right thing.
Jerome has a comment. We haven't forgotten you, Maureen. Hold on. Jerome, what's your comment on inmate packaging? Inmate packages.
Okay. There's two alternatives to get a package to an inmate. One is called Union Direct, and what they do, they hand out basically an order form to the inmates. The inmates fill it out, then send it to whoever's on the outside that is paying their bills or sending it to them, and you can order that, and it goes out the following month. It's a bunch of snacks, personal care items, and whatnot. The second alternative that's actually better is you go to Amazon, look up inmate packages. They have prepackaged items that you can order on Amazon and get it delivered. They're usually delivered within 2 or 3 days.
So, Mark,
and then you thought the inmate.
You thought inmates won't get packages. So did I. He's saying if you go to Amazon, you can actually order inmate. I'm putting it in here.
So they're packages just for inmates, right?
Yep.
Through Amazon?
Hold on. Yep. And Mark, look at them. They're exactly the same. Exactly. Look at them. Go to Amazon and put inmate care packages, prison.
So they've been authorized to do it.
But here's what I'm wondering.
Do they search them, caller?
They're provided by Amazon. I let him go. But here's the deal, man. Why the hell are these other people not getting packages? We need to find...
Those guys must have done some authorization or something.
You got the address from Yasinia.
And that, to clarify, Tom, is just where she sends the money orders.
Oh,
when I
man.
Google the address, it says it's a digital mailbox.
So we don't even know where they are.
No.
And we can't find out.
She's screwed.
I wonder, Mark, if we go to this by proxy place, would they care if we told them that hundreds and hundreds of people are ripped off? Seriously, would they care?
I have no idea.
I mean, these people are virtually...
Oh, you mean for the domain?
No, now here's what's weird.
Are you kidding?
Here's what's weird. Amazon Web Services, Facebook, YouTube, all of these, Google, they penalize people who have things to say about COVID or politics, but they let these rip-offs on. So why, what I'm saying is why do these people get to be online and be crooks? Why is that? Why can't we do something about it? Is there a way to bomb websites? I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I would like to have a digital war department that goes to war digitally and bombs websites.
That might be illegal.
Well,
maybe
then we
have
do
our
it.
Listeners do it. Go to their website and make them think they're going to get orders. Just like we have
you can send them a hell of a lot of
calls.
packets in numerous ways, but I'm guessing they have stuff that'll block that. And then if you got caught doing it, you could be in trouble.
I don't think there's anything illegal about hitting websites with inquiries.
Yeah, they're called attacks.
That's not illegal. So show me where it's illegal to do something like that. You type in something on the keyboard. I don't mean hacking into it.
I'm not talking about hacking into it. You can send odd-sized packets to things and literally shut down websites, but most of them have protection for that nowadays. But I do believe it is illegal.
Remember in our old days how we used to get shut down every now and then? People could get in. It was amazing.
You know what I used to do when I had my internet company, man? I had a ton of phone lines. If someone really irritated me, I'd grab a T1 of 24 lines, and I'd have it just keep ringing their business line until, they had nothing they could do.
People, we have to, listen, there have to be people smarter than us to know how to find out who and where something is behind a website. I'm serious. I'm asking my vast audience to help us. It's inmatecarepackage.net. It's a service by proxy. I'm wondering, do we call that place and say, look, this place is ripping people off?
Well, they make it private. They get paid to make it private, just like GoDaddy. They're not going to give you any info. Now, if you sued them and somehow got them into discovery, you might be able to get somewhere.
But how do you even, okay, you serve the proxy place? I mean, what do we do about this place?
You'd serve them, and then you'd basically serve John Doe.
I mean, if we serve...
They're probably not even in this country, man.
You know what? You're probably right. You get to go online, folks. Listen to this. You can go online and register by proxy. You can then take money. Mark, listen to this. Then not deliver. And what happens? No one can break through the proxy, and you're done. I mean,
How did she pay again?
She paid... Yashima, how did you pay Yasinia?
The first time, I paid with the Cash App. But then after that, I was doing fake orders. I got a different address now that it did come up from the other address.
I'm looking at it.
Emailed it.
No, what I'm saying is, what do you mean a Cash App?
Cash App.
Well, what is that?
Like Venmo.
Like Venmo, bro. Like
okay,
Venmo.
Doesn't that go to some account?
Yeah, but there's no address.
They call you to verify you. They call you to accept their payment. So you actually do talk to a live person at that moment.
Wait, wait. If you pay by Venmo, why do they call you? Venmo, you don't need a call.
No, with Cash App, because I wasn't accepting it right away. So they do harass you to where you have to call. They'll call you. They'll actually call you and say you need to accept it. They'll send it over and over. Some people will pay. That's how they pay double, because they'll accidentally.
Did they sound English? How did they sound when you talked to them?
They sound American. Yes, they do. And they actually, at one point, I thought they were going to put me on with their manager, and they did it.
All right, Yesenia, you got our attention on this. Hold on, and we may have to call her back. We don't have to keep her on hold. Now, Maureen, with the short-term rental, we have some ideas as well. We got more coming up.
Tell your smart device to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Ross Kaminsky in the morning, Dan Kaplis in the afternoon.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station, available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, travel around the Mile High City freeway system in fantastic shape right now. Good news on the south end of town. That crash southbound 225 approaching I-25 has cleared. All lanes are back open.
And Mark,
we
got the standard rate.
The rest of the highway drive across town in decent shape. No
I would go standard rate.
70 through the heart of the city.
I mean, I don't want people thinking that's all I charge every time. I mean, this is, like you said, I even made that mistake once. I have to remember that.
Pinpoint weather, mostly sunny and breezy today with a high near 40.
Well, it ain't gonna matter
right now, just a few clouds and 73. With your Impact Traffic and weather, I'm Pete.
All right, a little Mile High Bank.
The home but hate the kitchen? Westera can fix that. Get the extra renovation money you need with a new one.
By the way, we're tired of you now.
At Westera Credit Union.
Yeah, I love being here. This is great.
Opportunity and
MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Would you please listen to me here? I want you to all call Blake this week or next week and at least talk to him. Find out if you need an estate plan. You know, I mean, I guess there are rare circumstances where you don't, and he'll never take money needlessly. He has flat rates for everything he does. When you talk to him, you're not charged for just planning. He comes to you with a plan after you explain your situation. If you haven't looked at your estate plan in a long time, maybe you should update it as well. You might just need a very simple will, or perhaps a trust. Or let's say that you need a combination. Now, somebody might have died, you don't know what to do, and you need help immediately, or you're having estate issues with your brothers and sisters. Call Blake. He can handle all of this. If you just want to talk to him about what you need, or if you already have something and you want him to review it, MileHighEstatePlanning.com, 833-ASK-BLAKE. It is a very important call. 833-ASK-BLAKE. Become the Banker is what I call the investment strategies used by Joe Chiano and his son, Jordan, and I trust them to take money and to conservatively invest it. They have guaranteed returns of 4% when you overfund life insurance, plus a 1% dividend, guaranteed, plus You get to borrow from it and be your own credit card. But there's something else. They also have guaranteed retirement pensions you need to know about. For more information, becomethebanker.org.
Still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the gift of relaxation this year with Tempting Touch Pajamas, exclusively from PajamaGram.com. Tempting Touch Pajamas will keep her warm and cozy from head to toe while complimenting her every curve. They're made with micro velvet, a new fabric that's silky smooth and addictively soft. It's irresistible to wear and beg to be touched. She'll slip these on after a long day and start melting away her stress.
So the guy sends us the domains by proxy as if we that's not them. God.
What are you talking about?
He just sent us the same thing we looked up. Who? Bob. Bob, thanks, but, this ain't nothing.
Easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's PajamaGram.com.
This is Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans, and as we all spent time at home during 2020, we realized that maybe there's some things we need to do around the house. If you're looking to get that home improvement project started in 2021, we can have you tapping into your equity to do so, and believe it or not, you can borrow at the lowest interest rates we've ever seen. Take advantage of tapping into your home's equity and let your home fund your remodeling project rather than you funding your remodeling project with cash. And if you racked up some bills during the holidays, you're not alone. Ideal Home Loans can help. Imagine consolidating your debt, paying off your credit cards, putting money in your savings account, and paying your house off more quickly all at the same time. Ideal Home Loans can help, and you don't have to start over on a new loan when you refinance. Call us today, 303-867-7000. That's 867-7000. Or as always, you can apply online at idealhomeloans.com. Equal Opportunity Lender, regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
Carmen's startup found an angel investor, but now they're asking for a miracle from her development team.
Hello, this is Carmen. That's exciting news. I guess we could launch early.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR.
Walgreens is here to help you get back to it. The convenient refill and pickup option. Expert pharmacists to answer all your questions. And Medicare copays as low as $0. Zero. Which is also the number of cures in the world you'll have if you stroll the beach eating cookies and speaking French. Ooh la la. Walgreens.
Vroom is the worst company ever. I don't even know what Vroom is. Is that where you buy cars? Do you know?
I do not.
I think it is. Vroom. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Talk 713-8255. The kind people sending us the who is information on the website. Thank you, but we know that. And all it shows is domains by proxy. We're talking about inmatecarepackage.net, an entire complete ripoff. You basically pay. It's a perfect scam. You pay, they never send the package, they keep the money. Because you pay in a way that can't be refunded or contested, they don't take credit cards. So therefore, it's perfect. They don't send packages, they keep the money. And you can't find them because if you go to the website, it's a private domain, registered by proxy. You never know who they are. And I don't know what the answer is. I guess if we get a number of clients together, we do a class action, Maybe we call our class action guy. I don't know. Seriously. Now, he may say, well, I don't know how many people are involved, blah, blah, blah. I want to know how. Well, maybe we can ask about starting it. We have to find out where these people are. If we bomb them with phone calls and emails, but we don't even know how to contact them, there is no contact information whatsoever. We got to figure this out. And I'm asking people to help us. Now, Phil, is that a new call, Suzanne? Phil,
yes.
You have a comment on this. Go ahead, Phil.
Yes. I was on, I Googled it, and it was on Trustpilot. Some person wrote in December of last year, 2020. The guy's name is Robert, R-A-H-R-L.
Did you give this to Suzanne off the air? Because we don't have to take it. I just want you to summarize it, and then I'll have you talk to Suzanne.
No.
So what else did you find out?
That he owns, he's Motivated Holdings Incorporated. He owns a moving company out of Florida, Reliable Movers.
Oh, my God.
Which is interesting. Excuse me.
Yes, Suzanne.
That's interesting because I sent you a link, and part of under his business name, under the BBB, was that moving company. And there was phone numbers. I sent you that, Tom.
Motivated Holdings.
All right, we need to put together a file, Suzanne, a digital folder, please, on this so we can put all this information together. So Phil, how did you find this out? You went to Trustpilot, and then what did you do?
Yeah. I just put in his name, or inmate care package.
Help me out here. When you go to Trustpilot, all I see is a place to sign up. How do you... Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I went to inmate. I put in inmatecarepackage.net reviews.
Okay.
And then I put. Let's see. Where did I get that? No, that's not it. BBB.
No, I got you.
Let's see. It was reportscams.com. One of those. No, that wasn't it either.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Hold on a sec, because you're a good source. I like it. Suzanne, get any information he has, and then if he wants to talk again, we can get him back up. But I did that too with Inmate Care Packages reviews. Let's see, and let's see what we can find out about this, because this is something else. Also, there seems to be, with the Better Business Bureau, contact information too. They seem to have it, Suzanne. We're going to go to war with these people. Yasinya, we're going to call you back. We'll get all this together. Thank you, Phil. Give your information to Suze. Plus, Maureen, a short-term rental, I promise you. We're checking with our attorneys. Also, Beth, laptop repair. Please bear with us. We will help as soon as we get back. So hang on.
So many people are eligible for a mortgage rate, which means it might not be as quick of an experience as you'd expect. But I hope you understand, even if the process takes a little bit longer.
And a pretty busy. Keep you posted via email and let you know if we need you back on the air. We'll look into it, man. Bye. 720-271-296. Roger, it's Suzanne with the Martino Show. My lines have been full, and so I just got to as quick as I can.
West Palm Beach.
303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net.
MLS 12334 regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
Coming up at 5 after the hour, listen for your chance to win $1,000 on KHOW Denver.
ABC News, I'm Ellen Lopez. The number of new jobless claims has dropped for the third straight week. But
of course.
Still remains at historic levels.
Of course. Because we have the Savior.
And filed a new claim. President Biden today addressing members at the National Prayer Breakfast with a video message focused on unifying the country.
It's behind the Indian restaurant. It's a fucking strip mall,
The House passed a budget.
Sentence or less. What would you like to talk to Tom about on the show today? On the inmate care package? Okay. All right. Appreciate your call.
Cancer remains the leading cause of cancer death. However, breast cancer for women is now the most frequently diagnosed cancer. Doctors say it's likely due to changes in women's reproductive and hormonal patterns. They're starting menstruation earlier and having babies later. They're also taking the pill. Lifestyle risk factors could also be a reason more women are overweight.
Hey, Suze, I'm starting a document.
Too much alcohol.
So actually, if you just email me, I'll copy and paste to it, and then I'll share it with you.
For his sexist comments about women talking too much, but he says he won't resign. Alwyn Lopez, ABC News.
Chrissy is refinancing her home, so she shopped around for the lowest rate and found it at Amerisave.com, setting her up for a lifetime of savings. It's one decision she'll never regret, unlike wearing tap shoes to a surprise party.
There are other phone numbers. You know, maybe the Better Business Bureau isn't as bad
That's got you on your way to a lifetime of savings.
as far as the
Go
information they
to
have.
Amerisave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher savings.
I mean, there's some good information as far as numbers, if they're real.
Lessons in all states except New York. NMLS number 1168.
I always get that's really firm.
I need something a little softer than that. Rest easy. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed, you can both adjust your comfort.
I was confused on what you wanted me to email you, all of your Senya stuff.
Okay, here, let me show you.
Can help keep us.
So anything that you get, I started this as I started this as a fact sheet, and I'll share it with you. By the way, on Drive, and I just have this thing I always keep, but I never share it because it's not no reason to clutter you. But it's called Action. It's called Action Folder, and in it, I'm going to put like just that's nuisance abatement.
Okay.
Just shit that comes.
So can I edit an Inmate Care, or you want me to send it to you? And
I'll
you'll
do whatever
edit?
you want.
I don't
want
care.
me to- What's easier for you? You
Probably just send it to you, but
okay, just send me anything that guy. I think this is what I got from the Better Business Bureau. Now, if he has
I have a
shit,
little more.
whatever you have, I can then go through it and figure out what I have and don't have and just merge. Thanks.
Snow by the end of the weekend, and snowmass forecasted to get 21 inches. Search crews found the 3 skiers buried by an avalanche near Silverton on Monday. Those beacons identifying their position late yesterday. All 3 were prominent members of the Eagle County community. It's the worst accident in the Highview since 2013. It adds to an already ominous avalanche season. 4 skiers died in slides in December. Nuggets are on the road tonight against the world champion Lakers. The F game in St. Paul tonight postponed due to COVID-19 issues with the Wild. Bucks game tonight against ASU also postponed for the same reasons. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Clark.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Churchill.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, let's go to the High Country Drive, where
so
there's pretty much chain and traction laws in place along the I-70 corridor, especially west of the Eisenhower Tunnel. Also, watch out for chain and traction laws in place on US 285 over Dewey Pass, and chain and traction laws in place both directions of US 6 over Loveland Pass as well. Back to the metro area, I-25, I-70, wide open through town, no new crashes on the highway. Earlier wreck southbound 225 at I-25 in the Tech Center, that's been cleared. Box 31 pinpoint weather.
Mark, on the website, when they say email this business, usually if you look at the code, you can probably,
This season's hottest collection is
the HTML or whatever, you can see the link right here.
accessorized with butterfly shrimp.
Where it says email this business, yeah, you hit email to know where it's going.
Offer valid at participating location.
To that actual link, there's a way to see it, even though I'm trying to think how I used to do it. You can actually see the link.
Well, it's probably right-click and then choose, like, view something.
Yeah. Hold on. View page source. Let's see.
Maybe it's about a new menu item for a
I
restaurant.
think you're right
Maybe it's
there.
finding out what your audience
Yeah,
really
I think
thinks
you're
about
right
your
on
business
that.
things. Maybe you don't even know what questions you're supposed to be asking. Let the research raccoons know what's on your mind, and they'll poll potential U.S.-based customers that
Email button, and then usually it puts the actual address in there. I'm trying to find it there.
No matter the size of your business, Research Raccoon gives you
email
the
this
tools to learn
business.
at an affordable price.
Email.
So discover your business
Usually it's right in that code.
with
Send
confidence.
to.
Research Raccoon. Visit researchraccoon.com to learn more and discover which plan is best for you. ResearchRaccoon.com.
If true.
Results with big data.
We've become so much more than a fixed frequency from a radio tower. Take your radio with you. 630 KHOW is now available on multiple platforms and thousands of devices. Listen to Denver's talk station from anywhere. At KHOW.com. It's your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword GRAND to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's GRAND to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Troubleshooter. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, is someone I can't stop recommending because to use anyone else would be deficient. If you're buying real estate, they have a buying team. If you're selling, they have a selling team, and Frank looks over everything. He is one of the most productive real estate agents in the country. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, but he takes care of people. Free market valuations of your home, 303-920-1622. 920-1622. All right, here's what's happening on the Troubleshooter Show. Quick update. We have a company that what we call going to war with. This company, Inmate Care Packages. The website is inmatecarepackage.net. When you go there, they will not accept credit cards. You make orders to send care packages to prisons. From what we can tell, from the hundreds and hundreds of reviews and complaints, no one ever gets a package. Or we've not found anyone, obviously, because people don't go on and say, yes, I got my package. But just to let you know, I'd like to know one person who's gotten a package. We have a feeling this is a complete scam. There's no contact information anywhere that's obvious. You have to go digging. We have been digging. Soon, we will publish information, and I want them inundated because, you know what? I am tired now. I am tired of what I call nameless, faceless ripoffs, where we as consumers are powerless when it comes to the internet. We are powerless. Money is being taken, money is being spent, ripoffs prevail, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, what's really weird is these people just completely operate without any consequences online. However, if they posted anything in favor of Donald Trump, they would be taken off of all the servers and absolutely vilified. You know, the digital police, the high-tech police, will edit out anything they don't like to hear about, politically or COVID-wise. But they'll let people tell you how to make bombs. They'll let radical Islam go on and talk about jihad and overcoming the Western world. They will let ripoffs like Inmate Care Packages prevail and not do one thing to keep us safe. Not one thing when it comes to economic and financial ripoff. Wow. What two-faced hypocrites. You know what? If you get that many complaints, why couldn't you take them off? They apparently took Parler off thinking they were a danger to society. Well, what about something that takes money from people and rips them off? Why don't they do that? Do you know I also had a Facebook guy one time that was out and out stealing from people, and we complained, and that Facebook page was never touched. Never, ever, ever touched. But I shared something about lockdowns not working based on a Stanford study of 10 countries, and guess what? We were not allowed anymore to boost, and our access to Facebook is now on a probationary limited status. But this guy that was ripping people off, he's on my sleeves brigade. I swear to God, it's a true story. Still on Facebook, still doing the same scam. So, you know, I don't know if you're pissed off, but it's not good for you, man. I don't like this feeling, but I am so pissed off at hypocrisy and the absolute bull crap that we live with. I am. I'm pissed off. And this place is ripping people off, and I don't want them to. Suzanne, we're gathering a lot of good information. Wow. I'm hoping it's good. We're going to check it. What have you gotten, Suzanne? I've gotten some phone numbers, gotten an address. Mark looked up the address on Google Earth and said it was near a restaurant.
It's like a strip mall behind an Indian restaurant.
In West Palm Beach.
Yep.
So, where's Deputy Marty in Florida? Do you know what part of Florida he's in?
I think he's in close to there.
Boca Raton, I think, is where he's at.
That's Boca Raton, please.
Raton.
You.
How far is that from?
I don't know, actually. Let me. I
don't know.
But anyway, I do have deputies. Maybe we can recruit down there to go see. This is serious stuff. This show does. You got to spread the word everywhere you can. Let me go to the phones and start talking to people. Chris has a comment on this. Go ahead, Chris. What's your comment?
I just wanted to say, it's been about a year ago. I was on vacation in Cocoa Beach, and I ended up in jail for 24 hours at Brevard County. And while I was in there, all the inmates, particularly the ones I was celled up with, had boxes of commissary.
Okay.
And on my way out the door, they directed me to that website and was really confident. And now I did send them a care package. I don't know that they got it, but they were pretty confident that they would be very happy if I sent them it through
Yeah, because they probably run it.
Yeah, hey, that's possible. Yeah, no doubt.
No, but Chris, what were you in jail for, naughty boy? What were you in jail for? Come on, spill.
Oh, I got beat up by a bouncer. He's considered Florida's strongest man, and he kicked my butt, knocked me out, and I got assault and battery because they said I chest bumped him.
Oh, my God. Oh, well, you know what, Chris? That's what happens in bars. Let's talk to Maureen again. Okay, so Maureen, listen, we've looked into this, and here's the deal. Apparently, their PayPal was treating this as fraud, not as a dispute. And the credit card was handling it as a dispute. So both of them put together ended up with some different charges backs. And the net loss to you, of course, is $2,200. Now, I don't think you can do anything with PayPal, but we're going to have to attack the consumers. They stayed the entire time. And where are they from? We're hoping we can we have a trick. Where are they from?
From Texas.
Texas, of course, they're Texans.
She can stop using PayPal and maybe use Venmo or something
don't ever
for payment.
use that again, by the way.
PayPal sucks if you ask me.
No, PayPal is the worst thing that you can do when it comes to safety, which is weird because they think they're the best thing. Was PayPal really started by Elon Musk? Is that true? Was he behind PayPal?
Mark, do you know?
He didn't start it. I think he purchased it.
Or maybe invested. I don't know.
Something along those lines.
So anyway, you have their name and address and stuff. I was thinking we're going to scare them a little. I don't mean scare them like, hey, pay up or else. I don't mean that. I mean, some technicalities here. You have their home, like their address and everything, and all their contact?
I do. I could send that over to you. So just note that the daughter-in-law wrote to me on Christmas Day. She also copied her mother-in-law, her father-in-law, who is an attorney, and her husband. So, she was the spokesperson of the group with these little, your floor's dirty.
No, I know. I want to get Frank Ball on, too. He's an attorney, we know. Not on the referral list for a reason. I don't know, he might be, but he doesn't have to. He works mainly for businesses in collections. He may have some tricks up his sleeve. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to hang on, all right? Because you were taken advantage of. Hang on. Now, I know you've been waiting a while, so Beth, I'm with you now. Beth, what's happening, Beth?
Hi. I had a laptop, or I have a laptop, and it was about a year old. It was a 2019 model, and I took it into Like New PCs. because a friend said she had taken hers there and they were good. So I should have researched it more, but didn't. So basically, the computer worked fine. One day, I pushed the power button.
Well, hold on. Why did you go there to buy one?
No. I went there to get mine fixed.
Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on just one sec. We come back. I promise. You're next.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money. What do you think about these? On 630K.
I want Mark to do O'Brien Legal Services if he can. Can you do it, Mark? The real estate one, you got it up? Yeah. Okay. I want him to do it. I'm going to do Colorado Pain first. I just want him to get some in the can, so Bradley can hear him.
Yourretirement.com.
One thing I know, and I'm so happy, you don't have to get hooked on drugs for the rest of your life if you're on pain. Now, some people take pain meds because they have to. But Colorado Pain Care is there to help you, and all of you, no matter what your pain is, whether you're on meds or not. Now, they do have some meds, of course, but they also have other innovative treatment, and it's customized treatment. Please check them out if you're in pain. Whether working with a doc or not, they can work with you. 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN.
Look, if you're buying a house or you're buying any property, I want you to remember these people. O'Brien Legal Services, they do it all. Even if you have a realtor and you're buying a house, and especially commercial property, you need help. You need someone to review the contracts. You need help with the buying and selling docs, the loan docs. And if you own something, a house that you lease out or rent out, he can look at your paperwork and make sure you've got everything in line. He can do property line disputes, fence issues, easements, you pretty much name it. How about adverse possession, liens? This guy can help you with anything that has to do with residential or commercial real estate. It's simple as that. O'Brien Legal Services, and he generally has flat rates, so you'll know exactly what you're paying up front. 720-370-7388, 720-370-3788, or olslaw.com.
Anybody in here? Mark, my husband, co-hosts with Tom, and it didn't make sense for the two of us to be driving up here. They didn't want us here, and Daphne only lived 5 minutes away. I don't know if you ever talked to her while I was gone. But then with the new year, and Mark and I and our family got the virus in early December, so then, and with things opening up a little more, they allowed the three of us and me, Mark, and Tom. So I'm back, and I'm happy. Holy cow. So you've been slow. That is so true, Frank. I think a lot of people are losing out there over all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, so glad to be back. We do have a call for you if you have time. And Tom just wants to pick your brain a little bit. Here's the gist of it. Lady has a short-term, what do you call it, VRBO or whatever, in Vail. She was allowing PayPal payments. A gal from Texas paid for the rental. Because you can't get refunds out of PayPal, but if you tell them it's fraud, you can. So our caller has the address to the folks in Texas. It's about a $2,200 deal that they said was fraud that got taken back from our caller. And Tom just wanted to rant about how people go about collecting on this. Thank you, sir. You hang tight a minute. Maureen, I have my attorney on for this, so hang tight. Listen in, okay? Thank you. Okay, Beth, I know you've been holding a while. I have that expert on for that short-term rental call, so he's going to take my expert and then go back to you. Thank you.
I've got Frank Ball one for you.
What the hell's the name of that moving company again?
Which one?
The one Marty's on.
Oh, I can send it to you. I think it's called Mile High Moving.
That's it.
And I'm going to get her on. I've just been slammed.
Good.
That sounds like a lot of wins. You're right. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How. Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. While supplies last. Offer ends in 2021.
From the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer Weather Center.
Temperatures today some 25 degrees cooler than they were yesterday.
Isn't it?
40 degrees with partly sunny skies. I'm Fox 31 for weather meteorologist Rich Garner.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union. Love the home but hate the kitchen? Westera can fix that. Get the extra renovation money you need with a new mortgage or a refinance at Westera Credit Union. Connect with a specialist at moremoneymortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity NMLS 41606.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
I had to explain to him the deal. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. I have esteemed collection attorney on, Frank Ball. Now, this guy, I know him from experience. He knows how to collect. Now, he's not on a referral list because he works for businesses, but he can still talk to us about collections, and he has a lot of tricks of the trade, and he does a great job. Now, none of us like collections, and he explained to me once that he doesn't collect from people who don't owe money. So he never actually goes after people who don't owe money, so you don't have to worry. Now, if you owe money and you don't pay, you might hear from him or his organization. Frank Ball, thank you. Listen, this is a weird one, but I just need to figure this out. We need to figure this out as far as collections goes. So, Maureen had a short-term rental in Vail. She's the landlord. Okay? She basically rented for the vacation holiday, December 21st through the 27th. Was that, yeah, that's about right, Maureen? And, right, Maureen? Short term. And then PayPal, she charged PayPal. Oh, I got to bring her up. That's why she's not talking. There she is. Okay, Maureen, sorry, you're there now. And anyway, okay. You took payment through PayPal, and it was about basically about $2,900 or $2,893. It doesn't matter. It was near $3,000. Each person paid half. Then they complained after they were there for 4 days that a few minor issues, Maureen, like what? That the floor was dirty or something, and just nitpicking stuff, right? Nothing serious. Right. And basically they stayed the entire time in Vail for the holidays. When a lot of places were shut down, she had a short-term rental and they stayed. Then they left and basically disputed it. To get PayPal to undo it, they had to. They said they never rented it. They just denied the whole thing. And then to get their credit card to do it, they what did they do there, Maureen? You're not sure what they did, but they basically disputed the charge. Go ahead.
Yeah, they went to the credit card company and said, and asked them to disputed it, and the credit card company favored in their favor and reversed the charges.
Did the credit card company ever contact you? Because normally in a dispute they contact you.
No.
Okay. Now here's the point. Okay. The point is that they stayed the entire time and basically ended up paying nothing. I mean, they got $2,200 in dispute money back, so you made a few bucks here, and we don't know why, but the bottom line, Frank, the bottom line here is not that, but we know, and Frank, when the credit card company says we're not going to charge that, or that doesn't mean you don't owe the money. I mean, I've known of cases where a creditor gets a charge back, they're pissed off, a merchant, and they say, okay, the credit card company may not collect, but I will, and they go ahead and collect the money because the credit card company is not a court of law. They're just simply saying we're not going to do it, right? So If this woman is sitting in Denver and now she's screwed out of $2,200 and she has a rental agreement with these people and proof that they stayed there, and they live in Texas, what's the easiest way to go about collecting this money, Frank?
Well, let me preface it, Tom, by saying almost 34 years ago when I started practicing law, it seemed that people were more honest. Yeah. And now people pride themselves of ripping people off. You probably know better than me, but that's the way life is.
It is.
Excuse me. In terms of you, Maureen, the problem is the Fair Debt Credit Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, stands for the proposition that you can go after people, but, you know, in terms of practicality, you're going to want to go after them where the money is. And the money is in Texas. So it's unfortunate, but what you have to do is find a lawyer, and you can call me on my phone, and I'll give you a lawyer's name. You got to call the lawyer. You got to have the lawyer get paid on a contingency fee basis in Texas, and you got to sue these people, these dirty, stinking skunk people in Texas. And then you get a judgment in Texas, and you try to collect the money there. There's not a whole lot you can do here in Colorado, although you probably could sue in Colorado, and you probably could get a judgment here in Colorado, but then you have to domesticate the case in Texas, and that'll cost you almost $500 just to domesticate it. And then you have to hire a lawyer anyway, so it's easier just to do a one-stop shop and get a lawyer and try to sue the people and collect the money there. It's unfortunate, but true.
Can you now hold on? You said you could sue. Wait, you could sue them in Colorado. I wonder if you could do small claims court in Colorado because the rental took place here, and then that would be a lot cheaper to get a judgment, and then it wouldn't be a big deal to domesticate it. Could you do that, Frank? Do you know?
Well, you can, yes, depending on what the contract says, but you're going to pay more either way.
Okay.
You're going to have to pay the money here in Colorado, and then you're still going to have to domesticate it in Texas, and so you're going to have to pay the money twice.
Yeah, but the small claims is like $50 is what I'm saying, and you know they're not going to show up. I'm thinking she goes and gets a default judgment.
Well, then you have to serve them. You have to serve them personally.
Okay.
You have to serve them in Texas.
Okay.
Right? So that's why it's just easier to go where the money is and to do it all in Texas.
Maureen, I'm going to let you ask questions, but Frank, you mentioned contingency. Now, in a case like this, let's say, where she's going after collection, would she be able, or would the collection attorney be able to include in the collection the cost of his services or her services?
Yes. Typically, it really depends. I assume, Maureen, in your contract that you sign with these Texas ripoff artists, it says that you can take interest and attorney's fees. And so long as you can take interest and attorney's fees, you can add them. If it doesn't have a phrase that attorney's fees are okay, then you can only, and if it doesn't have a phrase for increased interest charges, then you're stuck with statutory interest, which I don't know what it is in Texas, but in Colorado it's 8%, and no attorney's fees.
Okay, so you have questions, Maureen.
Yeah, so here's my question. So the credit card company, they took the charge off of the Texas person's credit card.
Got it.
So she's sitting pretty. But so PayPal is coming after me and saying, you have to pay us, and if you don't pay us, we're going to put you into collections. So do I owe anything to PayPal?
Well, Maureen, assuming you got the money to begin with, okay? I mean, I
did.
Okay.
It's going to be in your PayPal agreement for sure.
I mean, if you got the money, it's not like you're going negative. I understand what you're saying, but they're not claiming you have to pay an extra $2,200, right?
Yes, they're claiming that my card is.
No, they're not.
Maureen, listen. Your account was up $2,200. Okay.
Right.
At some point, did you take the money out?
Yes.
Then you're not going into the negative. You are going to pay back the money you took. What I'm saying, other than the rental itself, the money, the time you're out, that actual money you took out, PayPal wants it back. You're not going to end up negative $2,200. You are, but what I'm saying is from a ground zero point of view, it's not like this cost you, other than, of course, your time at that rental. I understand that part, but that makes me feel a little better. You're just paying that money back, and I don't know how, Frank, does she have to pay that money back to PayPal, or you're going to say it's dependent on the agreement with PayPal, right?
Right, and in terms of PayPal, it's kind of like if you want to buy a house. And if you're going to the closing and you say, I don't like that phrase right there, unless you have it all determined with a lawyer, they're going to say, you want to buy the house, these are the terms, elsewise buy another house. Same with a car. You want to go and buy a car, what are you going to say? I don't like this phrase, so I don't want to sign the agreement. Well, if you're not going to sign the agreement, then you're not going to buy the car. It's just the same way with PayPal.
Yeah.
In terms of PayPal, your contract describes what your responsibilities are and your benefits, and what their responsibilities are and their benefits. So if they say you have to pay it back, which is logical, just like what Tom says, then you pay it back, or else you don't get to do PayPal. And I assume you want to do PayPal.
I would do it. I would do it and go after him. Why don't you just go after him? Did you have an agreement signed by them or not?
The rental agreement?
Yeah.
With the renters?
Yes. That's what I meant. Good.
Okay, so I sent that over to you, but
Good.
It was a conversation. This is my rental agreement. If you agree, then this is payment information.
Does your rental agreement talk about attorney's fees?
It didn't look like it to me.
No, it was nothing more than this is how much it is and this is where it is. But listen, I wouldn't let him get away with it, Maureen. Frank, on contingency, I don't know.
I don't think the attorney, Frank, honestly, do you think the attorney would get attorney's fees from the judge? And then the real question is, what attorney is going to look at this on contingency for $2,200 without a contract discussing attorney's fees?
Oh, and everybody will. That's what people like me do for a living.
He'll do it.
$200 is $200. The attorney fees are just, I want to say, a kicker for additional monies for them violating the contract. But if an attorney in Texas says, I'll do it for 25% or 30%, then on $2,200, if they make $700 and they add it with their other 1,000 they're suing that month, well, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
I think.
Now listen, I think we need to get a name of somebody, and then if all else fails, what I would do, and again, I understand what Frank is saying, what I would do is sue him here in small claims court with the rental.
You can't, though. They're in Texas.
Well, I know, but the rental took place here. I always thought it was where the transaction took place or where they live. That's what I thought.
For small claims court, I don't think the venue is going to go there.
Okay.
You can't tell someone that lives in Texas to come to small claims court in Colorado. The judge will not allow it.
Okay. Frank, I don't know. You can do that with regular court, Frank. So why can't you do it with small claims court? I don't know.
Well, again, there has to be a contract. And if Maureen, you had a contract, and the contract says the venue for any disputes is going to be in the state of Colorado.
I got it.
That's it.
Okay, that's a good tip.
No contract, and all your agreement says is, I'm going to pay you $2,900, and you can stay for a week in my house in Vail. Well, that's all you have.
Okay. By the way, Frank Ball, attorney at law, 303-629-7000. He'll take a look at collections, especially businesses, 303-629-7000.
I got one for him very soon.
Now, by the way, Maureen, we want the name and numbers of these people. We're going to contact them. We're going to contact them and try to get them on the air right after this.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 6:30.
You know what I'm talking about, just because of them. And then mine, too. Well, yeah, of course. Ours, yeah. So, yeah. But I might go a different route depending on what he says.
Okay. Well, the drive in Denver looks real good. No accidents to report from major highways. I-25 north and south from the city, clean and green. Both directions across Denver on I-70 also looks...
I did, I saw it.
Boulder Turnpike, C-470.
What was that? I didn't hear it.
I transposed on, I gave his number out 3 times, I gave it out twice correct and then transposed.
Oh.
It's not a big deal. Just don't send him that one because I got the number wrong if you were going to do that.
Yeah, I was going to, but I will,
Yeah, follow.
I should be mid-30s, we're 34 already in Denver. Impact traffic.
Fuller and East State.
From a Dell Technologies advisor, you get someone who understands there's an art to listening and can provide small business solutions that make you feel truly heard. For solutions powered by Intel vPro platforms, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
If you're in an accident and injuries occur, you need to call John Fuller for free legal advice when you need it the most. John Fuller, Fuller Law. You can find him at referralist.com. You can also call him, of course, at 303-597-4500. It is critical that you get accurate information. We've been working with John Fuller for many, many years. Don't sit on your rights. Get it from an attorney who knows the business. John Fuller, free legal advice in an accident when you call him. And then if you decide to hire him, it's on contingency, 303-597-4500. Another call to an attorney that you need to make. Now, I hope with Fuller, of course, you don't ever have to use him in an injury, right? But with this one, you always need him. Mile High Estate Planning. We all need an estate plan of some kind. It could be a simple will. It could be a trust. It can be a power of attorney or a beneficiary's deed. So many people make mistakes and try to do stuff on their own. They put up side accounts or do quitclaim deeds. They can devastate their estate in debt and in taxes. Please first, 833-ASK-BLAKE. He can help you while you're alive and after you pass. A good estate plan helps while you're alive, like protecting your assets and your money from long-term care expense so your spouse can live and your heirs have something. 833-ASK-BLAKE. You can also protect it from creditors and lawsuits and then help your heirs so they don't squander it. Protect your legacy. 833-ASK-BLAKE.
Do you know that secondhand marijuana smoke has many of the same chemicals in secondhand tobacco smoke? In fact, 33 of those chemicals are toxic and can cause cancer, and breathing them could affect your health. For more information, visit smokeissmoke.com. The group to alleviate smoking pollution works to protect everyone's right to breathe smoke-free air. If you've ever sold a home...
He's 30 minutes from West Palm. Holy shit!
Oh, send him the address.
Hold on. Would you be willing?
Yeah, no, he already said he would, but send him the address. I don't have the address.
Did you ask him that?
I didn't ask him if he'd go there. He volunteered that. No, he emailed it. But send him the address.
I'm talking to him right now.
I think it's all fake shit, though, man. It's in a fucking strip mall behind an Indian restaurant and a candy store. I mean, it makes no sense.
And that's just a personal opinion. People can dispute those charges, and in today's world with the pandemic and everything else, you just never know. You might just be better off Venmo because that is cash. That's cash right from their checking account to your checking account. Gotcha. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, they probably had it planned all along. Maureen, I must go, but give me that information. We'll make a phone call. Bye. What? Do I have a minute, Shannon?
What can I have?
Centennial Capital Partners are not affiliated.
Hi, it's Mandy Connell. Join my friends Gary Bell and Brad Pollock for the Bell and Pollock Legal Show right here on KHOW every Saturday morning at 7. It's a live call-in show to give Coloradans like you.
Hey, Solarz, this is from Jenny Saxton, so what do I just tell them?
If you have an overactive line and need leak protection,
not sure what.
Don't settle for the one-size-fits-all solutions available in a store.
Just normal shit. Just tell them we got them covered. We got them covered on that. Okay? Just honest to God, don't worry about it. We got it covered.
Your fit is better. Your absorbency is better. What more can I say?
Because
has spent years developing their protective pads, underwear, and guards. Their proven fit finder guarantees you'll get the right product and fits. That means no leaking, so you stay dry.
Fuck, I tell you, it takes it out of me too, man, doing the fucking yoga that early. Suzanne, it fucking what do you call it, exhilarates her, energizes her. I come out of it like fucking beat up. Hey, Dan, why don't you talk about racquetball yesterday, bro? Ross didn't want to talk about it either, bro.
And P.S. Marty is going to drive by that address in Florida.
Oh, cool.
In the next few days.
So, first game, if you added Ross's and Dan's score up, I still beat them. So I beat the shit out of both of them. Second game, beat the shit out of both.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We are finding a lot out about inmate care packages. Deputy Smarty Pants is actually going to pay them a visit. Now, he's going to check out first the address. We want to make sure he's not walking into a bed of gangsters, but he's going to check out the address.
It's a strip mall. Sketchy part of town.
Yeah,
it's a sketchy part of town. Strip mall behind an
We found out
restaurant.
the manager, the LLC behind it. We're looking into other related businesses. It looks like this guy is a king scammer. And listen, I was ripped off once by a guy just like this in Florida, in this area. Honest to God. I hate to admit this. Many years ago, he ripped me royally. I somehow scared the living hell out of him and was able to get most of my money back. But it was such a scam. He scammed another guy who I trusted, and that guy got me involved. Now, that friend of mine wasn't trying to scam me, but that other guy did. And it was a nightmare. You know, there's nothing worse than being ripped off. It's such a violation.
You know, we kind of talk about other people getting ripped off for a living. You know, the hardest I ever got hit, I've said it on the show a million times, but when I had those good years, I had a GM that actually opened another automotive facility. I owned 5 of them. He literally opened one on Broadway I didn't know about.
Under your name.
And used my credit to the tune of about $250,000 in equipment and in freaking tires. He took me for $250,000, man. Now, he went to jail, federal prison for a couple years.
Did you have to pay that, Mark, though?
I ended up doing a BK, a Chapter 11.
No, I understand.
Well, I restructured the debt.
But why, if it was fraud, did they try to enforce it?
Well, because it just is the way it is. That's why.
And
it's the way it is.
He had apparent authority.
He did have, because he was a GM. He ordered for all the stars.
That's right.
But
Rolly Purify,
we all get hit.
Listen, Rolly Purify had a guy that was, I think it was like $600,000 maybe. I mean, it was incredible.
I thought Rolly was going to kill the guy.
Well, yeah. Well, the guy, I think the guy ended up dead. He also was in prison. But this guy bought trucks and stuff and never paid for them.
Let me tell you something, man. I probably shared this with you. I don't know if I said this on air, but I had dreams of this guy disappearing. Now, I never would have done anything, but I'll tell you what, if he fell off the cliff and died, it wouldn't bother me.
Now, Beth, let's talk now this... like new PCs you took in to be fixed, okay? What was the issue, out of curiosity, on your laptop to begin with? Why did you need it repaired? What was wrong with it?
Well, it was working fine, and then one morning I pushed the on-off button, the power button, and it was just dead. No light, no noise,
Got it, okay. Then what happened? You took it there. Yeah.
They charge a like $70 diagnostic fee and say, they'll apply that to repairs if you need to or part of it, which I was fine with. And they called me the next day, said it was fixed, went in, picked it up. I asked them what was wrong, and they said, well, we couldn't recreate it, so we just charged your battery, and they gave it back.
Oh.
And I had shown them while I was leaving it how it didn't start, and they plugged it in and saw it didn't start. So I'm not sure how they couldn't recreate it.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so I brought it home. 3 days later, happened again. So I took it back.
Yeah.
And they called and said, well, the problem is where your plug plugs into your motherboard, so you need a whole new motherboard. and some of them, I guess, some computers, it can be on a daughter board, which is a lot cheaper. But in my case, the plug part's on the motherboard. And even though it was a lot of money, it was like at this point, I just wanted to get it back. So
did you pay it? Did you agree to pay it?
I agreed to replace the motherboard. I asked them specifically, what if this doesn't fix it? Is there a warranty? They said 30 days.
None of that matters. None of that matters what you asked unless it's in. But, okay, keep going.
Yeah. Well, they have a sign up that says 30 days from the time you pick it up.
So what I need to know is
it's under warranty.
If you could do me a favor now and just get to the problem and we'll work backwards. I love doing that. Tell me what happened.
So on January 13th, it went out again. And I took it back and basically they're saying that I need to replace the battery now.
Now, hold on. And how much so far did you spend on the laptop?
So far, I have paid them $347.
Which you could have almost gotten a new one. Okay, $347.
Well, I bought this one for $338 because I got it on a Black Friday sale, so it was like half price. But yes, I doubled what I put in.
Okay, so listen, is it working now after spending $347?
No, well, I can plug it in, but the battery is no longer functional.
Wait. After they told you you needed a battery, did you buy the battery?
No. I told them that I wanted to talk to the manager.
Okay.
Because I felt
what do you think's going on? Okay, just let's get right to that. Do you think they're ripping you off?
Yes, because I called the guy, young guy who fixed it, basically told me they never misdiagnosed anything, and he said he would not give my information to the manager to call.
Okay, so hold on.
So Better Business Bureau, and they contacted him, and he still hasn't gotten back.
Okay, well,
so the owner is avoiding me.
Okay, got it. Okay, so what we need to do now is figure out if you needed what you had, and it's almost impossible. So where is this place located? What is it? Go ahead. The name of the place.
They're in Arvada.
Okay. And
they're in Arvada.
we need to call him. I want to give Deputy Doc. Oh wait, he's not in today. Yeah, we need to like new PCs. We need to call him. I mean, Suzanne. Let's just at least give him an initial call. See if they'll come on. Like new PCs, and you've paid. Hold on. Here's what bothers me. They won't even let you talk to the manager. You paid $350 basically, and it's still not working. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that's correct.
And they say, now, is it true that the battery is the issue? In other words, if you plug it in, will it work perfectly?
It will work without the battery, but the battery icon has an X through it showing it's not charging.
No, I get it. I get it. That's not what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is, will it work without the battery? And you're saying yes. So they are kind of correct in that you need a battery. I'm not saying they didn't cause it. I'm saying you need a battery probably, right?
I do. And,
now, if you do need a battery,
I give them more.
Okay.
For it.
You don't trust them. You want them to do it free?
No.
You want them to do it free?
Yes.
Why? Hold on.
I'm
running out. Hold on. I need to take this break or I'm going to be into the news. Hold on.
Tell your smart device to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear news and talk that impacts your life.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, let's go to the drive in the high country. It looks like all of the chain and traction laws have been lifted along the I-70 corridor. Good news there. Traction laws still in place on 285 both directions around Kenosha Pass, and chain and traction laws still in place on US 6 over.
It's fucked up how you can't have a
back in Denver, got a couple of crashes on Highway to Washington.
What do you mean? They delete the shit.
Who's working on a wreck eastbound 112.
Someone will come out with shit. It's just a weird time right now because of Trump, man. That shit'll. Someone will come out with something like Parler again that'll kick ass. Everything, you know how this shit goes, man. It comes in waves. If you really think the left's here to stay for any period of time, I mean, it never happens. It's never happened.
Connect with a specialist at moremoneymortgage.com.
Thank you.
Opportunity NMLS 421606.
I hope you never need Joe Lazzara, but if you do, he is great to have on your side. He's a criminal defense attorney. Listen, everyone deserves a defense on anything. When you're charged with something, there are times you make mistakes, okay? There are times you're falsely accused. There are times it's a little gray area, but you need an attorney, especially like with the DUI, to get through the process. Joe Lazzara is someone I know and trust. We have referred countless times. Keep the name, refer it out, use it. I hope you don't need to, but here it is, 303-429-6200, LazzaraLegal.com, also on my referral list at referrallist.com. The Art of Granite is somewhere I love to give out. I love to give out the number. Why? Because people can call and say, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this, this, and this. Mitch Fluria will give you a price on the phone. I love the way he does business. Wholesale pricing on all materials, tower and hallways free, the bathroom's free when you do the kitchen. And what I also love is that the way they do it, 2 weeks or less on countertops once you pick the materials. Any material you want on counters, he does. Direct stone importer. He does quartz. TheArtOfGranite.com. Get your price right now, 303-386-5919.
CuriosityStream has thousands of documentary films and shows available on demand on any device. We're the Netflix for nerds, the Hulu for history buffs.
When are you going to pull the trigger on that collection? What do you think? Have you even wrote a deadline in your head yet?
CuriosityStream is the one you definitely need if you're the type of nature guy can chill.
I know, they're pretty good.
You prefer physics or psychics.
I mean, what the hell
just come up with a deadline in your head. You don't have to give me what I'm saying. That's how you.
But I want you to, and then I want to do it full gusto.
Oh, we are.
Because there's just no communication whatsoever. I mean, it's just not fair, Mark. I mean, it's not like we haven't given people every fucking benefit of the doubt. I mean, that's what I don't like. I don't like when we're taking advantage of it. We really work with people.
Talk to one of our salary-based lending specialists today at 303-867-7000. Be sure to ask about our 3-week closing guarantee, where we will underwrite and approve your loan ahead of time so that you can go out in this competitive market and make an offer that's like making offer with cash. Gone are the days of getting caught up in the bidding war. At Ideal Home Loans, you don't have to. And if you need help with a real estate agent, we can refer you to one of the job through the whole process. Call me at 303-867-7000.
Right now? Yeah, I think for most, for a business owner, I think he does extremely well. For a business owner. Don't you? I tell you the other one, there's 3 of them that are very good at talking their business. Do you know who I'm going to say? The three endorsements. Who would you say?
He's one.
You won't believe your eyes.
Rogers is pretty good. He'd be the 4th.
From high-end cars to incredible vacations.
Frank Duran. And Jay Bratz.
Yeah, they're good. Jay's a little understated.
But hurry, entering early matters. Enter by Friday, February 1st to get savings on any multi-pack purchase.
Frank is.
Also get a free entry to win a Tesla Model.
We hear him all the time, so they might drive you crazy with his football analogies, but they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, use promo code DREAMTECH to get savings on any multi-pack purchase.
But he gets into that zone. Well, I'll tell you who's one of my favorite guests, though, because he's a fucking character and he's an attorney. You know who I'm talking about. Marco.
More licensed workers.
Fucking Marco is good. He's funny as shit, man. We really do need to train him at some point to play backup, you know.
Yeah. The only problem is he's so fucking long.
We get a short list of quality candidates from our resume.
Yeah, but he's entertaining enough. But you're right. We got to tell him. Maybe what you do is we really just train him like, hey, no more than 7 minutes on a call, unless it's fucking great or something. But that's hard. He might think it's great and everybody else is snoozing, you know.
You need to talk to your doctor right now. But if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be
Biden State Department, I believe in you, I trust you.
Meaning that, whatchamacallit did.
If you're having these symptoms,
That's what they're getting at.
talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol.
You know, he can do no wrong. Did you see how they wanted to submit questions to the press corps, and then they would pick the questions they wanted to answer? Can you imagine if Trump did that? Everybody, well, Fox, of course, but even CNN was bitching. One of the CNN reporters was like, wait a minute, this isn't, they've never done this in any White House.
Have they done it?
I think they do it, not have they done it.
That's what they're doing right now?
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
Online at khout.com.
Well, think of his campaign.
I'm Tom Martino. We're short on time, so I need... Hi, Tom Martino. We're short on time.
Get to Beth. And Beth, here's the deal, okay? We just need to get these people on the air and just see what's going on with it right now. You have your laptop now. You paid $347. Do you even know if they did anything at all, or are you just going by what they told you? I'm sorry, that's my fault. Go ahead, Beth. I'm sorry, go ahead. Do you think they did anything at all?
I'm only going by what they told me.
Okay, good.
But I know for sure the motherboard did not fix the problem.
What I'd like to do is have one of our experts, Charlie Dunham, take a second look at this.
What kind of computer was it?
He's at, Charlie Dunham is, what is it called again? I know Charlie, but the name, Suzanne, is she there? Charlie Dunham is at Colorado
Computers.
Colorado Computers. Let's just see if he can take a look at this. Let's get Charlie on just to review this case. Hold on, all right? And Roger, I'm so sorry it took so long. So Roger, what's going on with your mattress? And I'm going to take you first up. What's going on, Roger?
Hey, Tom, it's nice to talk to you.
Yeah, what's happening, man?
I bought a Tempur-Pedic leg lift, whole bed system from Denver Mattress.
Yeah.
And what happened is the back frame piece on the part that lifts up, so your back lifts up, all the metal broke in it. And I took it off and I walked into Denver Mattress and I go, can you get me one of these? I'll put it on myself, even though the bed was under warranty. And he proceeded to give me a 1-800 number for Tempur-Pedic. And I have never dealt with a company more difficult to deal with in my life. You can't get through to them. 2 hours on hold.
You know what? And that retail store should have helped you. I hate when they do that. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. This, how long ago was this purchase?
It's just over 2 years.
Oh, okay. So, I understand. Okay, now that's a little different. That's a little different, but they should have helped you more. I was thinking it was just a matter of a few days or a week. Hold on, Roger, and let's examine this. Tempur-Pedic, let's see how they are to deal with. Interesting, because they like to make you believe they're the best. I'm Tom Martino. We'll examine that and talk more about this ripoff in Florida, inmate care packages, so you stick around.
Hi, I'm Peter Harris for Grainberry Cereals. You've heard our jingle, healthy cereal for your family. It's not just a line, it's a fact. Grainberry with amazing onyx sorghum is the healthiest and most natural choice in the cereal aisle. And we created it for everyone. You want powerful plant-based antioxidants to protect against free radicals? We have tons. You care about sugar control? So do we. That's why we start.
We get a little more freedom now that Bella's down, which I didn't even realize. She was so much work towards the end, man.
This helps to
you realize I picked up pee twice a day, every fucking day for the last 3 months. Every day.
To our multi-grain plates. Let's make this the healthiest year ever, and finally say no to sugar. Buy a box of Grainberry cereal today.
Grainberry, healthy cereal for your
That's terrible. That's sad.
Program will be recorded.
It was only when she slept, when she was up and around. She'd only pee on her bed, but I'd have to wash her bed almost every day and pick the pee up, man. But she still had that appetite, and
you took care care of her.
I'd rather just fucking blow her heart out, you know? It's easier when they just fucking die of a stroke or a
I know,
heart
but
attack.
she was hanging out, man, right? She
Fuck,
loved
man,
life.
I think she'd be alive in another year.
She fucking loved life, didn't she? That's what she did. She loved life.
You saw her recently. Tell me she didn't look like a fucking walking zombie dog.
No, I know she did, actually.
Did not give immediate aid.
She had a...
Handcuffed Hill and he
She had something bigger than a grapefruit hanging off of her too, man, which was no good. I kept thinking if her nails at whatever the fuck's in there is gonna end up everywhere.
Police were responding to a call about a suspicious vehicle when they saw Hill walking out of the garage of a home he was visiting. President Biden will visit the State Department today, where he is expected to detail his foreign policy and commitment to allies. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.
He wants to send a clear message that our national security strategy will lead with diplomacy.
This is
See,
ABC News.
it's amazing.
The UK
It's just that report. He wants to send a clear message. I mean, all of the reporting is so fucking biased. I mean, it's like with irreverence they report. In reverence.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's just, it's fucking, I mean, and I don't care. I think they should treat everyone as it should be an adversarial relationship.
Oh, it will be. Did you see ratings?
What?
Did you see, look at ratings compared to even January, but especially November, December, all of last year. Ratings for CNN and MSNBC are way the fuck down. They're going to have, I told you this, man, they're going to have to start having issues with him just to fucking keep selling commercials. They can't blowjob him for more than, a month or two. They can't do it. They're not going to have a damn, watch, Fox will start jumping because they're the only one on it, but CNN ain't going to do it for that long, man. They'll find something. He won't be left enough for him, or, something will happen.
Nah, I mean, I wish it was true, but they're such...
Dude, they're not going to let the network die. Okay.
Mark, politics trumps fucking...
Okay, well, unless the government's going to give them a bailout.
Even money. Politics trumps everything. I'm telling you, fucking everything. I wish it wasn't true.
Okay, lunch. Just, it doesn't. They start picking on Biden this year.
How do we define picking on him? No, seriously, I'm with you. How do we do that?
More negative than positive in a week's time.
All right. Okay, that's good. When? What do we do now? How much? Dinner at Perry.
Dinner at Perry.
Absolutely. And
more
no doubt, it's dinner for the
just like I think they used to give stats like, CNN was 95% negative on Trump, 5% positive.
No, I get it, man. I love that.
There's no other way to do it. But we're talking CNN, no other ones.
Police Chief Rosa Fallon says it started.
Well, I don't even care about MSNBC.
Yesterday morning.
At that point, the suspect displayed a firearm and shot the victim.
It's funny. You realize, look, you look up there right now, they're talking about Trump and the impeachment. Fucking CNN is still talking about Trump.
No, I know.
At some point, they're not going to have him to talk about after this impeachment, and they're going to have to put their fangs in somebody else.
Two things I have going for you guys. Okay, you ready? A, I'm getting Jim Saxton on right now. Okay? And the second thing is, that guy went out and looked at Gloria's...
You look pretty good in that mask.
You look pretty damn good.
That guy went out and looked at the bad ramp job, the concrete ramp.
Yeah, who looked at it?
Ken with affordable...
Oh, get him on.
They're both coming on.
Don't tell us what happened.
I don't even know. I didn't even ask.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, let's go to the High Country. Just getting word of a closure of Highway 285, both directions over Kenosha Pass due to winter driving conditions that are pretty heavy in the High Country. No estimated time of reopening. Back in town, the highway is wide open across the metro area.
This guy's every fucking rip-off company. I swear to God, when you see everything he's involved in, steel buildings.
Who? Oh, he said steel buildings, too. He's a mover. He sends care packages. Every steel building.
Every fucking industry. I wonder if he's in restoration.
That would be funny.
I mean, think.
No, he sends a walk-in tubs.
Rocket can. Check out the Rocket Mortgage Home Buyer's Guide for articles, tips, and tools.
That is
If you
funny.
need your
He's got the
mortgage to fit
trifecta.
your family and budget. Rocket can. Rocket Mortgage.
Did you know that secondhand marijuana smoke has many of the...
I'm dying to hear this, what this guy's got to say on the ramp. I bet he skied down it.
33 of those chemicals are toxic and can cause cancer.
Here's what I really want to know. Do you think how do you think they did it? I think they poured that whole fucking monstrosity. I think they poured it. That's like a fucking driveway worth of cement.
Those forms, do you know how investigator would have had to do is to really mark those?
What do you think is under it?
Can you guys hear me for a second? Yeah. And it's all okay. Yeah. Quick question. You guys know where I can body shop? Somebody clipped me yesterday.
Oh, fuck! Oh man,
did they get the insurance?
Not bad at all. Just like a very small tear down there, like my back passenger tire, because like she was turning out.
Did you get her fucking name? Is she paying for it?
Well, I called her insurance yesterday. After
Colorado Auto.
By the way, you make sure that they pay for this, man.
Yeah,
Colorado Auto.
Yeah, but like she said, she has no job because of COVID. She's back on rent.
But she does have insurance.
So like, yeah, she has insurance. Yeah. So I have insurance. So yeah.
Don't rise up against this kind of abuse. Join me.
You should not have to pay a penny, bro.
$1,000. Yeah. But
we have, Colorado's been with us forever, right? Is it no? Who is it?
They're good. Also, you guys are back soon. Here you go. 5 seconds.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Renew Home Innovations. You can get showers in a day. I'm not kidding. Next day. You call, make an appointment, they come, and next day they have a beautiful shower. This is not slammed together. This is a custom, beautiful, big shower. It can replace your tub, or you can do a shower tub combo the next day. Even if they don't have it in stock, there are other things they can do, but they have a wide array. Call them, 303-904-2000. Special discounts for seniors and veterans and active military. 303-904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com. We know them, and we love them. Okay, I want to warn you, when you listen to this show, keep a pen and notebook handy so you can write down the rip-offs, you can write down the recommendations, you can write down the notes that you need to write. Please do that for us, okay? Now, on this Denver mattress thing, okay, it's a warranty issue, same thing, difficult. Now, listen, I understand after a couple of years if the merchant says, you know, you got to contact Tempur-Pedic. They're the ones that warranty it. But tell me the roadblock you're having, Roger, with Tempur-Pedic. What's the roadblock?
Well, they promised to come out and repair the bed. They don't call, they don't show, but yet they want you to tear the bed apart and get it ready for them to repair. So I have to put it all back together.
How many times have they broken? How many times have they broken appointments?
2 as of now, but the main thing is they won't get back with me. They won't tell me what's going on. And Denver Mattress sells me an $8,000 bed, sends me out the door and says, if you have a problem with it, call a 1-800 number. And I asked them, I said, why do you keep selling those beds if they're a problem? Because that's over my head.
But how do we know? How do we know that they're a problem? I'm saying your one complaint doesn't make it. Like, do you think it's widespread? Is there anything that makes you believe that?
Every referral on the internet tells how bad it was, what they went through, how many months it took to get something done.
I don't blame Denver Mattress on this, though. This is a manufacturer's issue. I mean, if you go to Walmart and buy a Sony TV, you're not going to bitch at Walmart a year later.
If Tempur-Pedic is terrible to deal with, don't you think they should put some pressure on them at least? Like, for example, if Roger complains to Tempur-Pedic, there would be nothing wrong with
I think we should put some pressure on Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, for sure we can. Do you have a specific person you contacted, Roger? Roger, do you have a specific?
Yeah.
Who?
Tempur-Pedic's main 1-800 number.
You called it, but is there someone that would know your case?
Yeah, can I get you that case number? I'm in my car.
Just send us an email with all the info.
Hold on. We're going to put Deputy Smarty Marty on it. Listen, Smarty Marty is, I'm not going to reveal the secret, but it has something to do with being compulsive. And I think it's a good thing. I am too, all right? I mean, you want to talk about, just Deputy Smarty will help us. And also, we have a lot of deputies, of course, that can help. Now, we put Smarty on some of these difficult, weird ones. It's weird in a way. But let's just see what he can do on getting through. And I need to get him on to get all these updates, okay? I do have a list of updates, and I do want to get him on. Speaking of updates, we have Jason, who has an update. Jason, explain what the original problem was, please.
We had our Jeep got totaled, and we were going and dealing with the warranty act.
Yeah, you wanted to know, hey, if the thing is totaled, I don't even have it anymore. What about those years of unused warranty? And what were you told about that when you inquired about it?
Well, they couldn't really help us out. The reason was, I guess, is we went to the wrong place. We went to the warranty company to try to settle it there when we should have just went to AutoNation and had it handled there. But to say, just to make it brief, they're sending out our checks right now, I guess.
That's good. And did you work with anyone at our place?
Smarty Marty, yeah.
Oh my goodness! I wonder if Smarty Marty is getting a big head. I wonder.
He's doing great. Hey, real quick, man. You know what's really bugging me lately?
What?
And I don't want to get off into politics, but my God, all these liberal cities now suing the school districts to reopen. It is so crazy. You realize these kids are going to be so retarded in learning. It's crazy.
No, I'm glad that they're reopening or want to reopen.
They're having to sue them. San Francisco now, liberal San Francisco, is suing the teachers union along with like 50 other places.
Wow.
But it's a travesty to these kids, Tom.
I know
they literally are missing a year of school.
No, and what about paying...
Their entire education is going to be retarded.
What about, Mark, the online universities where you're paying $80,000 a year?
Yeah, and your kids, I'm dealing with that. I'm not paying that much by any means, but our kid that we pay for college for, everything's online.
All right, now, I want to talk to Jim Sachs in Excel Cleaning Services.
Oh, man, he did a deep... No.
I know.
I haven't told you this.
I know.
They deep cleaned our house. They do us every bi-weekly.
They clean both of our houses because we love them, and then we truly use them, yes.
So the deep clean, I was talking to him. He sent his people out. So when they do your house every 2 weeks, and by the way, the pricing is unbelievable.
It is really good.
They'll pick one room each time and deep clean it. But after we all had COVID in the house and everything months ago, I wanted the whole place done. He sent out a group of people. They did everything from the basement to the attic, and it is unbelievable, Jim.
Mark, they did my garage. Ha ha.
Hey, Jim, why didn't you do my garage?
Oh, Mark, because you have a giant garage. They're not going to do that one. And besides, it's just... Jim, I slipped him a couple tomatoes. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Seriously,
hey,
seriously, has business been affected by the pandemic, positive or negative?
It was negative for a bit, at least 6-7 weeks. We've gotten through that. We have seen an uptick in a lot of companies that have hired us to do actually cleans at their employees' homes because the employees working at their home.
Oh.
So they've hired it as like a perk to their employees. And so we've gained a lot through that. Because we procured and secured, PPE and disinfectants and that type of bacterials that are effective on COVID, of course, that has helped us as well.
You guys know how to clean for all that. I want to ask another question now. This is serious. When people call you, I want to know what you have available as far as deals. Like, for example, will you do a one-time clean, or do you want people to do it weekly, or can they do it monthly, or can they do it quarterly, or can they do one deep clean a year? Can you explain that?
They can do any of those things.
So there is nothing. Everything is informal. You can not informal. You can choose whatever you want.
What I liked is when we interviewed him, he came out, looked at our house, and gave us a price. That's what he does.
In the beginning, right?
At the very beginning.
So if people want a cleaning, a one-time, they just want to clean their house. They might use you in the future, but they just want to clean a regular house cleaning. How do you price that? Do you go out to every single job?
I do. I go out to every single job.
Are you kidding me? Oh, wow.
Sometimes I will tell you in the situation that we're in currently, sometimes it's easier to do it over the phone, and there's so much availability and so much information available online that I can certainly do it over the phone. But for the most part, it's a good idea to go out to a home, inspect the home, see what's going on, determine the scope of the work, and go from there. And yes, we have clients that go weekly, every other week, every 3 weeks, monthly. There's no contracts. You don't sign anything. You're not obligated to stay with us for any length of time.
All right. So, by the way, Excel Cleaning Services, 303-649-5052.
Real quick.
Hold on.
A Valentine's Day gift coming up. A Valentine's gift, hubbies out there. Give your wife the day off and get that deep clean done.
Wait, actually, you know what? For once, he has a good idea.
What came from me, Tom?
No, for once, he has a good idea. We'll talk about that later. Ask him to hang on, though, please. By the way, just to let you know, waterpros.net. Complete conditioning systems for your home under $2,000. You heard me right. Under $2,000. Point of use under $1,000. All kinds of different options. Waterpros.net.
Could COVID... All right, guys, real quick. You have Ideal Home Loans and Paragon. I got them back-to-back in about 20 seconds. Is that good?
Our homes are online. The thief finds your home's title and forges your name on a new deed stating you sold your home to him. For pennies a day, Home Title Lock helps protect your home's title. Go to HomeTitleLock.com and register to see if you're already a victim and enter
5 seconds, Ideal, Paragon,
Lock.com.
IdealHomeLoans.com for your next ideal home loan right now. If you haven't refinanced, you're really just throwing money away. Rates are under 3%. You can have a 15-year loan. You can drop it down to 10. In fact, with Ideal Home Loans, you can pick any term you want. You don't have to go back to the full cycle of 15 or 30. In addition to low rates, they have the interest rate guarantee. It may seem silly, but if rates go down even more, you're guaranteed a free refinance. That's right. And that goes for 2 years. Every time you close, you get a new guarantee for 2 years. They have credit optimization, something a lot of companies don't even know what that is, because they get you approved, and that's good enough for them, but not ideal. Once you're approved, they improve your credit even more to get you better back-end pricing, meaning they adjust maybe how long you live somewhere, and they correct something like an address or have you pay down a card by a few bucks, and they can get you better pricing. No other companies take this time with you. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
Matt Stanford is a public adjuster. He owns Paragon Services. What is a public adjuster? It's a state-licensed insurance adjuster hired by you, the policyholder, and they will file and negotiate your claim, your dispute, even a previously determined insurance claim. In other words, if you had a hailstorm last year and you only got money for your roof, I bet you left almost double that claim on the table. And guess what? Matt can reopen that same claim. It's not going to hurt any record or insurance record you have and get you more money and do it for free. It's simple as that. He gets paid a small percentage of the additional amount he collects on a claim like that. Now, if your insurance company told you you don't have any damage, like mine told me, you can hire Matt. He'll come out. He got me $65,000, and Suzanne, of course, after our insurance company said we had no damage. So if you're one of these poor guys or women that have looked around your neighborhood, everybody has a new roof, but you, call Matt and call him now. He can go back a year, sometimes 2 years. 719-726-0020. My God, don't trust your insurance company. Don't trust their adjusters. Trust Matt. 719-726-0020.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, man.
So this is I was able to fix that because like none of that was cracked and all that's just latches, so I was able to latch all of that back on.
She's gonna have to pay for all this.
I was like, but yeah, that crack is where she hit me.
But you have her insurance.
Yeah,
and it's up to date.
Yeah, I gotta like that's the truck that stopped in front of her that caused her to turn out. That's the only thing that happened to her car. That little smudge mark right there. That's her ID. I got a picture. I got a picture of all her insurance.
And you talked to her insurance.
Yeah, I called them yesterday and talked to them.
Colorado Auto Body. And you won't have to do to fix it perfect. I'll tell you what, here's the weird part, man. There's more damage there than you know. Every single time. I've never seen one where there's not. It doesn't look bad, but
yeah.
But they'll fix it perfectly, man. You shouldn't have to pay one nickel, dude. Not one nickel.
Yeah, because like, oh, what got me was like, she was like, you know, she was like, well, you know, it might take me a little while because, you know, like I got back rent and everything, you know, and like because I'm immunocompromised, I haven't been to work because of COVID. And I was like, you were turning out of a marijuana dispensary parking lot. You're that bad off, and you still
you're shopping for dope.
You still went to the dispensary?
That's funny. That's a damn good point too.
I was like, you were literally turning out of the dispensary parking lot when you hit me, and I was going up 38. Like,
dude, I got a sister-in-law that's always jonesing for money. And she smokes like 2 or 3 packs of fucking cigarettes a day. I'm like, you smoke like $700 in cigarettes a month. And, you know, you're bitching about having some money.
I was like, yeah.
Son, you know? You're my son. Oh, man. What did you say? I don't think I said anything too bad.
You can't just dump that, Kenny.
Well, I can go back and
No, you got it. You want me to?
Hit it.
Yeah,
I think it's only when you're on the phone. Oh, you did it twice. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I just saw the light and I thought we had started again. What were you weren't saying anything.
I don't think I was cussing, but I don't know, man.
This is Dan Patrick, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network presented by Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The NBA will hold the All-Star Game in Atlanta on March 7th as the League and the Players Association flush out further details that could be done as soon as today. The Avs game tonight against the Wild has been postponed due to COVID-19 issues with Minnesota. Colorado center Tyson Jones been on the league COVID-19 list yesterday. And coming off of their 4-day break, the Nuggets will take on the Lakers tonight for their first meeting since the NBA Western Conference Finals. I'm J.D. Haffron.
Drive a Mercedes-Benz van and find out how far an extra mile really goes. From customization and service to financial assistance, Mercedes-Benz vans are ready for anything. So go the extra mile by stepping into an authorized Mercedes-Benz van dealership today.
Tell your smart device to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Ross Kaminsky in the morning, Dan Countless in the
No, it's funny. You can't hear that stuff over the commercials at all, man. If you ever leave it on, I mean,
couldn't hear anything over the commercials, and you guys are back whenever you're good.
Thanks for checking.
Hell yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show.
Please tell people about it, and also tell them about all the people we refer, because, honest to God, we believe in them. I'm not kidding you, okay? When we recommend people, we use them or believe in them. One Clear Choice Garage Doors is one of them. I can't say enough about how they do business. OneClearChoiceDoors.com for anything garage doors, 24/7 emergency service if you have a broken spring, and they can adjust things. They can do new openers. I've used them for literally 7 doors, maybe 4 openers or more. I have the new Sidewinder. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. All right, I want to take a call and then get back to Jim. I have if he can say just a few minutes, I have some other questions for him that came in. This one I haven't heard from in a long time. Ken, this one is about affordable garages, right?
Tom, that's our expert for Gloria on line 2
Yes.
with the concrete ramp?
Yeah, I was going to tell him. I wanted, Ken, I wanted to ask you something, okay? Are you there, Ken?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Years ago, there was a guy. He drove a Lamborghini. I forget his name. Okay, you don't have to mention his name. And he did
27 years ago.
And he did garages. Oh my God! What was the name of that? Anyway,
There were 5 of them. His name was Greg.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
He ended up doing roofs, and I don't know what he's doing now.
Oh my God!
He was doing roofs.
And by the way, Ken's on a referral list with affordable garages and concrete. The only reason I wanted to talk to him, just real quick to say that, is because He was a nightmare. And you talk about stupid sales techniques. He would pull up in a Lamborghini to do their garage that was supposed to be economy or something called or something. It was the weirdest thing.
What was it, like a really old Lamborghini?
No. But anyway, it doesn't matter how old. Lamborghinis are Lamborghinis. This wasn't that old. And it's a Countach or something. Anyway, so that was just weird, okay? Now, Charles, what's going on right now? You said you were being threatened. What's happening?
Yeah, my biggest thing is I don't debate that I owe the company some money.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the amount, but that amount has nothing to do with anything right now. About an hour and a half ago, I got a call from a person that gave me a number to call and a case number and said that I was being sued. And, well, it took in a court. I don't know. Not really.
Did they say what it was about?
Yes, it's about a car loan. They got a car that got repossessed about 1 year and 8 months ago.
So this might be a legit collection call.
Yeah, but did they actually serve you?
They haven't served me yet. They asked me when I'm going to be home.
Oh.
My thing is, and then I told them, I'll be home this afternoon, probably around 4 o'clock.
And by the way, it's not the end of the world. You knew it was coming. When a car is repossessed, just so you know, when a car is repossessed, they sell it, and they're supposed to sell it in an arm's length transaction, meaning not to their buddy with a wink wink. It should go for market value, and then whatever they don't make to pay back the loan is a deficiency. And they add to that the loan balance and the repossession fees, and then there's a deficiency they go after. So that's what they're probably going to do. But make sure, by the way, it really is them. Because sometimes, Charles, when they know and they read in the records that someone had a foreclosure or repossession or they find out you're in trouble, sometimes people call you because they know about it. And then you think, oh, well, they must be legit because they know about it. And they make a settlement with you. And you actually think you're settling when these people have nothing to do with the creditor.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, good.
But they wouldn't. When I talked to them on the phone briefly, there was no discussion about working things out. And I stated, well,
just ignore them.
They said they're going to garnish your wages. And I said, well, I'm on VA disability and Social.
Well, they can't garnish any of those. Plus, they have to have a judgment.
You better explain what he should do on his checking account for those accounts.
Okay,
I don't have a checking account.
Yeah, but what Mark is saying is, for those listening, if you get now you should do this with everything, with wages or government benefits. Government benefits cannot be garnished. However, when they accumulate in an account, they can lose the nature of what they are. For example, they're called savings now, not government benefits, if they're in there long enough or commingled with other funds, even $1 your mom gives you. So what you need to do is, if people are on government benefits, they can actually title the account, Tom's Social Security account, or Tom's Medicare, whatever. It's not Medicare, but Social Security, or Tom's VA benefit account. And then that helps to show your intent. And then never commingle funds in that account. Now, if it's wages, it would be Tom's wages account. Now, wages can be garnished, but only 75% can be garnished.
25.
Okay, excuse me. 75% is protected. Is that right, Mark?
I believe so.
Okay. So if 75% is protected, so you make it a wages account. You don't let them come after everything. So anyway, on your case, you don't have to worry about it. Just ignore it. And if you're served, you have to go to court.
I know I've got their number and I got the case number, and I know when I said I was on disability, he said that, well, you won't be after this is over.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's just being a jerk. Do you have a number to call this person back?
Yes, I do.
All right, hold on and give it to Suzanne, but I would ignore it, okay? I want to go back to Jim at Excel Cleaning Services. Some people wanted to ask me a few things. Jim, now, you do cleaning on a regular basis, or a one-time clean, or a deep clean, or a pre-move-in clean if they're buying houses. Somebody wants to know, if they sign up for regular cleaning, is there anything scheduled in there for, like, let's say, carpet cleaning? I mean, in other words, is it part of a routine on a yearly basis, or do you just have them job it out? How do you do that?
So we don't subcontract any of that labor. So that's done within home. We do carpet cleaning and window cleaning. It's a separate crew, but certainly we have a lot of clients and a ton of realtors where we go in, do the clean, do the carpets, do the windows, and that is it's great to have a one-stop shop for those types of services.
Now, also, people want to know about repairs and painting and all that. They have drywall. And the reason I say that is because I know you do it. And I brought it up because you were a godsend for me in one of these houses I moved into, because in addition to cleaning, you actually did minor stuff all over. It was great.
Yeah, we do, of course, drywall repair. We paint. We have been known to do some type of plumbing and other services to get a home ready for the market or what have you. And certainly we can provide those services as well.
And if you can't, you tell them, right? I mean, it's not like you can do a major overhaul in the plumbing and stuff, but you can do a minor stuff and really do a good job on everything you do. And I'm glad you said you do windows, because so many companies don't. Mark?
Well, once again, Valentine's Day. Let's.
Okay, we were talking about that. I forgot about it. You know what? That is a great.
Ladies.
You should do a Valentine's Day special for men who want to have a clean done on their house for their wife. I think that's a great idea. And by the way, the whole notion is even sexist, because we're assuming it's going to save a time for the wife, assuming the wife always does it, which means the whole premise is faulty by today's standards. But let's face it, it does fall on the lap of a lot of wives. So I don't know. How do you do specials? Do you ever do specials? And if not, that's fine with me. I'm just asking.
We do specials, Tom, and I'd be more than happy to do some type of Valentine's Day special. You kind of have me off guard.
No, don't do it now. Don't do it now. Here's what I want to do. We're going to promote it. You come up with one for a one-time clean for Valentine's, and for new customers only. Obviously, it grows your business. And then let's come up with one, and then we will promote it.
I got one for you, Tom.
You already?
I got one for you. How about 14% off, being, of course, February 14th is Valentine's Day. 14%.
You know what? That's a great idea. Okay, for Valentine's, 14% off for a one-time.
And they're cheap anyway, Tom.
No, they are inexpensive as hell. You know what? Jim, this is a separate topic, and I really mean this. How the hell do you find the people you find? How do you find them? I mean, they're so good. I had a charger that was broken, and it was in the wall, and it was, just broken, but it was working. And this was a few years ago, I found, when I got home, a new charger. And I said, what happened with the old one on there with a note replaced? And they would, Mary, I think it was, or wait, what's her name? Who was your lead supervisor at the time? She said, I always used to talk to her. What's her name? Was it Rose?
Her name's Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie. She said, oh yeah, when she went to unplug it to wipe down the outlet or something, it broke. And I said, no, it was broken already. And they had bought me a new one. Anyway, I thought that was so cool. I just can't believe it. Anyway, so 14% off for Valentine's Day.
They're also great with dogs. If you have dogs, I'm telling you, the ones that come out to our house every 2 weeks are great.
Got to take a break. Okay, so Excel Cleaning Services, 303-649-1552. That's 303-649-1552. You can look for them at referralist.com, Excel Cleaning Services.
If you missed it earlier, we have your chance.
Because it makes sense.
All right, since we are being like chiropractic in a minute.
I was trying to get him from.
Yes.
Troubleshooter.
Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. But here's the point: is that they're not a bad company, by the way. But he's had trouble with the names.
Yeah, they figured it.
From the Bedford Sports Traffic Center.
But the company itself, I looked into it, and I think how bad that would be if you're. No, I can't. I said because they sell roofing and construction and roofing. But in Colorado Springs, if you Google it, they go by construction. They go by roofing and construction. So roofing. I mean, I don't even know how Jay. I said, Jay, you can't let that happen. And you know what he said, Tom? We sent cease and desist. Nothing happened. So I have to go to court. And the bottom line is, he says, it really is almost cost prohibitive. Do you realize that? It's almost cost prohibitive.
Right now, partly cloudy and 38. Your impact traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
All right, Century RV and Bright Light, both short in about 10 seconds.
Eats. All Palace offers the most trusted brands: jacuzzi, hot tub, Sundance spas, and hydro pool swim spas.
You Bright Light.
Family time. Brands you can trust.
Okay.
You can trust.
Okay. Century. CentryRV.com. CENTURY, as in 100. Century RV is such a wonderful place. Not just because of the selection of a wide array of new RVs, campers, because of the pricing, and also they have used units and they have a service department. They're located just north of the city on I-25 at exit 240, and also west of the city, north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's. That's CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111.
All right, finally a chiropractor that loves being a chiropractor. This guy isn't out there selling like stem cells and everything else, but I'll tell you what, if you've got back pain, neck pain, headaches, knee problems, you need to check out Mike, and I'm going to tell you why. You get diagnostic imaging, a full examination for $49. Adjustments are $50. If you buy them in a package, they're as low as $30. You need to check these guys out. If you've been using the same chiropractor for a while and you're just not getting to where you want to be, please try Bright Light. We've been talking about Mike Edersheit for years. 720-583-4506. Call right now. Get it scheduled. 720-583-4506. What were you laughing at?
Mark, how about stuffed poblanos?
I love saying that.
How about stuffed poblanos for dinner? That kind of sounds
Okay,
good.
can you order right now? Where do you get them?
I make them.
Oh, they're so good.
What are you stuffing with?
Either like chicken and sour cream and cream cheese and salsa. It's like cheddar.
Monterey Jack.
Or and then Monterey, spicy Monterey Jack.
Do you stuff it all and then bake it?
Sometimes I cook the poblano a little bit first just to get it a little soft.
Exactly.
But it's almost carbless. I'm not going to say it's carb-free, but it's low.
They're less than one for a half a pepper.
You don't even think about those kinds. They're called trace carbs. Don't matter when there's like
he bitches about it.
No, not trace carbs, unless you're on a fast or something. But really, that sounds absolutely phenomenal.
They turn out pretty good and they're easy.
I'm getting IVs tonight for the
for nutrients?
For the endorsement. I do hydration anyway now and then.
I would love to do that stuff. I think he's sort of like on the fence about it, but I love that.
No, it's good for you, but you don't need it if you actually drink water and do supplements. You really don't.
Yeah.
Although, you do need it, though, if you are behind the curve.
Speaking of I got to get a water. You want anything, either of you?
No, but I'm putting the pressure on Tommy. If you look at the screen, that Ken and Gloria, but then I have that Miguel too, but Bonnie's only available till 1, and I don't know if I should try to push that off or what.
For tomorrow? No, I don't know. Let's see. If she's let me see. I think I can get everything in.
Okay.
With microvelvet, a new fabric that's silky smooth and addictively soft, and irresistible to wear and beg to be touched. She'll slip these on after a long day and start melting away her stress. You'll love them too. Check them out at pajamagram.com. Best of all, every pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her tempting touch pajamas and your free gift packaging today. Just go to pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's pajamagram.com.
This is the Dispatch Health House Call team.
Hi there. They provide urgent medical care in the comfort and privacy of your own home. And now, you can request a medical house call with the touch of a button. Yep, it's that easy. The Dispatch Health Team arrives at your door able to treat everything an urgent care can, and more. They come fully equipped with COVID-19 tests and can treat COVID-19 conditions.
I'm holding this one off till tomorrow because Ken's not available today, but would you believe he got that woman a refund for Cons Furniture? I've never heard, I told that gal, we've never solved the problem with Cons. I think Ken got her a full refund. With
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We're going to update it tomorrow since Ken's out today.
God damn these cheap-ass masks.
Do you need another one?
Yes. We bought one package that they break every time. It's the only ones. Did you get your Coke? Yeah.
Did you know the River Nile flows south to north? Learn more about the river that shaped one of the first civilizations in the Nile. 5,000 years of history.
Did you start watching Your Honor yet? You can watch it. That's what I was trying to tell Stephanie last night because we were watching. I got to tell you, man. Did you see Safe? Dexter. You know, he's starring in it. No, is it new or old? It's Australian TV, and it's he's in it. Oh, he's the star. Does it have all the weird accents, or is it all right? Weird accents, but it's all right. It's a great series. You know what? Safe. And you know what? Dexter, do you know he's really Australian anyway?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And you need to know about Wink and Wink if you're in financial trouble. Please, I hope you can work it out, but they'll help you either way. They can help with settlement talks as well. Winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. A husband and wife team. This pandemic has taken its toll. There's an uptick in bankruptcies. They can do 7s or 13s. They can get you out of timeshares, by the way, yes. So if you have a lot of debt and a timeshare, you may as well take care of it all, less than you would just the timeshare. Did you know that? Yeah. Just doing that is cheaper than doing just the timeshare. So you get rid of the timeshare plus your other debt. Winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. Now, Ken is with us again. I'm bringing him back, Affordable Garages, and Affordable Garages and Concrete on a referral list. He's our expert because Gloria, listen, this is the bottom line. Gloria had a ramp she wanted for her and her husband because they wanted to not climb steps. They're not wheelchair bound, but they wanted a gentle ramp going to and from their house. And this company, Real Exteriors, came out and they did the ramp. And I gotta put somebody on hold who's making noise. I'm not sure who, so let me take one at a time. Okay, so Gloria, what you did is you had a ramp and poured, and it was an atrocious ramp. First of all, it's steep. It's big, it's high, it's impossible to put railings on it without, you just have to see it to believe it, it's so bad. And it looks like a giant monolith like left by aliens, on a planet as a marker so that you can see from outer space. It's just terrible. And Gloria, you were shocked by this. We were shocked. Real Exterior says we did a fine job. That's all there is to it. And, and you said there were no permits. We're not sure if permits are needed.
Well, according to them, you don't need permits when it comes to cement.
And Deputy Smarty talked to them, and they said they won't move. They want to be paid, and that's it. What have you paid them so far, Gloria?
$12,000.
Now, what else do they want? They're paid in full, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I say they want to be paid, meaning they won't refund anything, and you're saying you got to have the whole damn thing torn out and redone. So, instead of trying to argue without actually seeing it, we only saw photos, and we did research from the photos and the ordinances and the rules and regulations and the building department codes. What we figured is we should get an expert, and that's where Ken comes in. So I'm going to bring up Ken again. Now, Ken is with Affordable Garages and Concrete on a referral list, and he's our expert. He didn't do this job. Ken, what do you think about the ramp? Cosmetically, no matter what, aesthetically, it sucks. No one can say it's not ugly.
The
finish itself isn't bad, meaning the trowel finish isn't bad.
Okay.
It's steep. It's steep. So basically, I went out there last night with Chris, one of my guys, and we took some different measurements. One thing is when you come outside of an exterior door like that, you should have a 3-foot landing. There isn't a landing. It starts to go straight down. We took some measurements. Basically, there are 2 ramps, one coming down, then it made a turn. No ramp, no landing at the top. Between the 2, there was a landing that met code in the sense there was 36 inches. Handicap would be 5 feet, but it's not a handicapped ramp. The ramp is the first one was about 10.5 feet long, and it dropped 28.5 inches.
Oh, my goodness.
Code book says you should be 1 unit within 12. So an easy way to say that is every 12 inches you can drop 1 inch.
And they did how? And they made it. So you said a code book, and I was told. I think Deputy Smarty said he couldn't find any code on it or a need for permits.
A need for a permit is probably you don't have to. I'm not positive.
Okay,
of that.
I think that's what he was talking about.
You can go without a permit every day, but the code book has it in Chapter 3, and it has it on landings. 1 in 12, exceptions for 1 for 8 unit. But so basically, it's saying every foot you should be dropping an inch is a very safe number.
Okay, I want to make it clear. I want to make this clear. Okay, Deputy Smarty said you didn't need a permit. Possibly you didn't need a permit, and the code. He didn't quote, but you're quoting a code, and I want to ask something about the code. Is the code something people need to follow, even though there's not a permit? See, I know that sounds like a silly question, but you still have to follow the code.
It's life safety. I mean, that's why these codes are in there. It's for safety purposes.
So you could argue without the code, you are violating the contract. If you don't keep to the code, you could argue that it's a breach of contract.
I'm not an attorney, but I see, yes, it wasn't done correctly.
Okay.
Like I said, 28.5 inches and 10.5 feet. It should have been maybe 12 inches max.
If they did it according to code, instead of being, what is it now? You said about 10 feet long. How long would it be? Did you calculate that?
Well, if it needed to be at 28.5 inches, it would have to be 28.5 feet. More or less.
And what is it now? 10?
An inch every foot.
It's crazy. It looks like a freaking ski slope.
How wide do they have to be?
They need to be a minimum of 3.
How wide was it?
May have been 6. It was 6, but a lot of times people do that because they have windows on the side of the door or decorative on the side, so they made it the width, so that's not a problem.
Do you think it's solid? Do you think it's solid concrete?
Solid. It's solid. I didn't see the tear out or anything, but I mean, concrete itself is solid.
All right, hold on.
It's tough to see what's underneath it.
All right, hold on. We got more right after this.
Bright light again and Sentries.
I'm sorry, I forgot to switch those out. Simply and fuller in about a minute.
Sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, let's go to the high country, where both directions of Highway 285 remain closed over Kenosha Pass due to winter driving conditions. It's been a bit of
Was it his employee with the Lamborghini?
Maybe the time when the highway will reopen. Back in
Was it his employee with the Lamborghini?
No, being cleared off highway northbound Sheridan.
Oh, it was him, the owner. You went to the sales calls. Yeah, this guy we're talking. Oh, no. How did you both know him? He was a competitor?
Yeah, a big. I mean, how to name him? Similar.
31 point weather. Going to be sunny and breezy with a high of 40 right now and 38.
That is the worst sales technique I ever heard.
Hey, how?
All right, about 10 seconds so simply and fuller, move short.
Pulling up in a Lamborghini to sell something affordable. Unless you're selling a Lamborghini, I would say it's bad.
Rocket Mortgage.
Fuller Law. That is the name of the law firm we use as our personal injury expert, and you should too. If you're in an accident, you get free legal advice from John Fuller. There's no simpler way to put it. If you're in an accident and you're injured, you can call him, and he will go over the case with you and give you free advice. Now, that's called a complimentary consultation. You can ask any question. If you decide to hire him, it's on contingency. You still don't pay out of pocket. It's contingency, a percentage of what he collects for you. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. John Fuller. You can find him at referralist.com.
Simple floors.
simplyfloorsinc.com. Now, what is that? That is a website where you make an appointment for Simply Floors. Now, Simply Floors is run by Buddy and Karen Mitchell on one premise: pass savings on to consumers, make a decent living, but feel good about yourself. Better financing, better warranties, better floors, better prices. Simplyfloorsinc.com. Make your own appointment. All floor coverings at extraordinary value. Simplyfloorsinc.com.
For half a century, the world has sought answers to the question, what happened to Jim Duncan? The Long Shot Return Man is an 8-part investigative podcast into the remarkable life and mysterious death of
No. Tell her I'll take Bonnie now and tell the garage people we just got to delay it. I'll take Bonnie out of the break, and Bonnie is the one about what? 4, Miguel. Disclose. Okay, got it. That's a good one.
Did you ever hear that guy? He fucking jumped out of an...
Ken? Oh, you're there. Can I beg you just to keep you a little bit longer? Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. Hang on.
Where did you get the money?
I think he robbed a bank.
But here's the deal, though. No one knows.
They don't even know who he is.
Wait, they gave him a name, though.
Yeah. They have it down to like 4 real people, like 2 of them are dead. But what a great story. Can you imagine jumping out of an airliner? Yeah, it's insane.
And how do you do that, too? Because you depressurize this. How did he do that?
He had him drop down and slow down. And he just did it, man. He just did it. Oh.
How do you get a fucking parachute?
Don't know.
And a weapon?
Don't know. Well, back then, the weapon's no problem. There was no security, man. I mean, you could, going even back to the 80s, before all those hijackings, you could walk right through. There was no security. You could bring a gun up.
Do you remember that?
I don't know, but they were talking about it.
As a kid, I remember it.
Yeah, there was nothing. You just would walk on the plane.
But can you imagine you just went on a plane?
Yeah. And then those people over, is it Ireland? Who are the ones that were doing all the hijacking in the 70s? The IRA? Yeah. And that's kind of the first security.
Hijacking.
They were huge in the 70s and 80s. I had no idea, man. They were hijacking planes all the time. They'd have them land in Cuba.
Yeah. Take this plane to Cuba was the joke. But here's the deal on the hijacking. All they screen for is a gun. That's it.
Yeah, you could bring anything else.
Yeah, or a knife.
Simply becoming an all-state customer.
That was crazy. Yeah, no security. Think about how different it was. I do remember this.
Who's this guy that should be released?
I remember being on a plane.
Who's this guy that should be released?
I have no idea. Naval NY? I'm going to look him up. I have no idea.
It's Naval NY. So it's without space. Naval NY. Whatever that is.
Who the hell is it?
Yeah, Naval NY.
Would you rather be doing when thinking about your Medicare prescription?
Russian doctor who treated... Oh, okay, it's a Russian. So the Russians are holding them, not us.
You'll notice that Trump was against China, Biden will be against Russia.
0. Which is also the number of cures in the world you'll have as you stroll the beach eating.
They created an enemy.
Do you remember when on an airplane you could smoke, though? I remember smoking on an airplane when I was like 14.
You remember? You did.
No, I was smoking, yes. I used to fly into Albany by myself to see my grandparents. And I'd sneak into first class, and I remember...
Where'd you fly? From where?
Jersey. Out of Philadelphia to Albany.
From Peace Lutheran Church in Arvada this Sunday.
I remember all the time smoking on airplanes, as long as my parents went there. But that was normal. There'd be a little ashtray right there. When I first got a job in a grocery store, our fucking carts literally had ashtrays on them, and people would smoke.
5 past the hour for the 12K a day giveaway. Sponsored by Gyrese on 630 KHOW.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore.
All right, guys, you're back on the end.
Loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com.
You know, I told Charles we are done with Charles. I told him to ignore it. I mean, there's nothing else we can do.
Hi, we're running out of time, so I want to make this very clear, okay? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to go back to that ramp after the break, but I want to take Miguel now because we have Bonnie Shields on. Miguel, to make a long story short, because I want to get some advice for you. You went through a divorce. No, you went through a separation 7 years ago. Is that right?
I'm calling for a friend. This friend doesn't really speak English.
What's the friend's first name?
Caesar.
Caesar went through a separation. Was it a formal separation in writing, or did they just separate?
No, they just split.
And they didn't live together for 7 years.
Right.
And they kept completely separate financing for 7 years.
Yeah, they actually never had financing together. They never had a bank account
and they never owned anything together.
Nope.
But they were separated after being legally married. Where were they when they were separated? What state?
Here in Colorado.
Now what's going on right now that prompted the call?
Well, the girl decided to finally file for divorce.
Okay.
And we're just, well, I guess my friend's wondering how much he obligated to disclose about his financial situation.
Okay, Miguel. It's substance over form, meaning right now, I think they're still married, but you know, even though, let me just explain this to you, Miguel. I'm going to let Bonnie Shields fill it in. She's the attorney, family law attorney we use as our expert, and I'll be giving out her number. But Miguel, another quick question. Did she serve him yet with a divorce?
No. I mean, it's
okay.
They're both, you know, it's not, nobody's fighting anything.
Does she have an attorney?
Yes.
Does she have money?
Yes.
Is she looking for anything?
It doesn't seem that way.
No? And Miguel,
no.
Does Caesar have a lot of money?
Not a lot, but he's got savings.
Okay, so does he work regularly?
Yes.
Okay, so are they both about equal financially?
She might be in a better situation.
All right, so Bonnie, what's going to happen? Bonnie Shields, attorney at law. Bonnie Shields, what's going to happen?
Well, Tom, as soon as he has been served, or if they file together, as soon as they file together, there's within 42 days, each side has to do something called a sworn financial statement, and also they have to provide certain disclosures, documents to the other person, and those are mandatory. So disclosing 100% of everything is absolutely
even after being separated for 7 years.
Doesn't matter. Mandatory. Underline that. Underscore it. Bold it. Mandatory. If you don't disclose it and it comes back later, the entire thing can all get unraveled. It is full disclosure.
Okay. They would be an excellent candidates for mediation. Since they're not hostile and they want to discuss this, they have already been separated. By the way, Bonnie Shields does that as well as representation. She does mediation. She's at 303-798-1927. 303-798-1927. Bonnie Shields. If you have more questions, hang on. We have more coming up with that ramp and more.
Grainberry.
Hi, I'm Peter Harris for Grainberry Cereals.
You know what's weird? So there's common law marriage.
Mark, I just listened to the over air. I heard you just a little bit. I hope nobody else heard it, because there's only one thing that you said that will get me in trouble.
What is it?
It was the F-bomb.
Was it drowned out pretty good?
Nah, it was actually in the middle of one of Tom's spots where like
let's hear it.
Talking.
Go in. We'll come in and listen.
Don't blame it on me.
Damn right I will. It probably was you.
So go ahead. What were you saying?
But there's not common law divorce. Common law marriage.
To our multi-brand plates. Let's make this the healthiest year ever, and finally say no to sugar. Buy a box of
phone number.
And they never went after them.
720-409-6314.
Coming up 5 after the hour, listen for your chance to win $1,000 on KHOW Denver.
I didn't hear that. You barely hear that. Let you do it again.
Yeah, let Marty call these guys. The only thing I want to tell you about Marty is his area code is 954. So I just don't want you to think that's a spam number when it comes to bags. His name is Marty, area code is 54.
The president is charged with inciting an insurrection. The trial starts next week.
Yeah, he'll probably call you today. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Maybe in the
on the
morning.
House floor today, saying she regrets promoting conspiracy theories on social media and supporting statements to execute politicians and promoting false claims that some mass school shootings were staged.
I was allowed to believe things that weren't true, and I would ask questions about them and talk about them, and that is absolutely what I regret.
Her speech comes just hours ahead of a Democratic-led vote to hold her accountable and remove her from her committee post. President Biden at the State Department today for his first visit since taking office and laying out his foreign policy agenda. This is ABC News. Adam Coy, the Ohio police officer accused of fatally shooting Andrea Hill, an unarmed black man, facing several charges, including murder. Coy says he thought Hill had a gun in his hands when he shot him. Arraignment is tomorrow. British scientists are trying to determine if a combination of COVID-19 vaccines might be better than a shot made by one manufacturer.
ABC News medical contributor Dr. Todd Elliott explains how it works.
You get one vaccine as your initial or prime dose, and then the second vaccine is a different one.
Elliott says they tried it with other shots, and they've had success.
If this is promising, then this could really change the face of vaccine shortages.
They will start out with AstraZeneca and Pfizer, and then move on from there. The AstraZeneca vaccine has not yet been approved here in the United States. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Good news for conservationists in Kenya. For the first time in more than 20 years, there have been no rhino deaths due to poaching.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening.
I mean, it's going to.
What do you have now? What's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions.
You'll be right there. You'll be as high as you can get.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel Pro platform. Phone your advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's in store this week at Staples?
Everything you need
for a totally productive workspace. Staples has the technology, supplies, and furniture you need to upgrade your workspace at amazing prices.
Like right now, select chairs are 40% off.
Plus, when you buy any office chair, get 25% off all desks, file cabinets, chair mats, bookcases, and lighting.
Okay, what area of town are you in, ma'am?
Upgrade your workspace and save at Staples. See
StaplesConnect.com for
They've been on
sponsor for a list for many, many years.
Like last percent available in most stores.
Good.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
303
KHEL News Time 103
988-9159.
Lafayette police say Okie Payne was waiting in the lobby of the Legacy Assisted Living Facility for a 40-year-old employee to come into work. The man arrived, and say Payne confronted him, claiming the employee owed him money, and then shot him in the head.
Two other people within the facility came to render
I think more the reality of it, which would be, probably 13 just repoed my car.
Payne was taken into custody and transferred to Boulder County Jail. He could face
it's a great idea.
murder charges. Well,
I'm not sure what banks would allow. Well, it'd be your own money. That's what it wouldn't matter.
And the thing is, first of all, you approve every deal, so you make sure they're not fucked going in.
What you do?
You gap insurance.
You do a deal like
Hi,
on the
Ray.
side with like Blinker.
It's Suzanne with the Tom Martino Show. How are you?
Just make the credit less stringent.
But if you co-sign, you really do take recourse on these fucking.
Well, we had our expert, our concrete expert, go out and look at your job, and he was talking about it on the air with Gloria. And so we were just wondering if you would want to listen in and chime in on the call with your thoughts on it.
No, he's coming on for the. He will be, but he's coming on for the. He's coming on with the legal people.
Okay, so you don't want to help this customer out and get her resolved? These poor people. I mean, they're elderly, Ray. Okay, I'll let Tom know you're ready to tee off, Ray. You have a great day. Rio Exteriors. He didn't want to come on because he's getting ready to tee off.
Oh. Which one was he?
That's with the ramp. Rio Exteriors.
She's going to tee off. That just teed us off. And applied it with a different thing. Thank you. We should come up with a name for that. One word that. He was going to tee off, but that teed us off.
You know what drives me crazy? That advisors is spelled with an E and an O. That makes me nuts. I just learned that.
Yeah, but mostly there's a.
Okay, because on the referral list it was E, and I said, "Oh, Daphne spelled that wrong," so I Googled.
She fucking doesn't know how to spell. She's the worst speller. Did she go to Catholic?
Tom, Daphne would actually ask spell things. She was like, Tom hates it when I spell.
Pretty pathetic. She always said fallow though. F-A-L-L. Fallow.
You guys are back in just 30. Yeah, but Daphne, she would always be like, am I spelling this right? I'd be like, let me see it.
I drive the guys a little bit crazy, but.
There was one thing she spelled, it was like so crazy.
So he's doing the Hurricanes.
The big guy, what's his name? I don't know if he's he is. He's a great guy. I know him. He's fun. We used to have a lot of fun when I worked.
He seems really cool.
Yeah, he is. I worked with him at Fox. He's a great guy. What the hell?
Who's a guy that was from Colorado and he's on Fox? He's usually out there in Florida.
713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. This hour brought to you by Silverleaf Mortgage for reverse mortgages, Silverleaf reverse loans. And you know what? You ought to think about it. You worked hard. You got equity. You can use it. Low rates. And also, they even do jumbo reverses, but they have a nonprofit foundation that actually will help you get a house fixed up to get a good appraisal and to get a maximum loan. A nonprofit that sometimes you don't pay back for a grant if you're in need or you have a low interest or no interest. Silverleaf Mortgage, 720 reverse. 720 reverse. Okay, so Bonnie Shields is gone. He had no more questions, right? Okay, good. He answered. That's good. Now we have Ken, our affordable garages and concrete expert. He's our guy, and he went over to look at Gloria's ramp. By the way, we tried to get the guy on from Rio Exteriors, but Suzanne, he said he can't come because he's about to tee off.
That's right.
So he, in my opinion, rips this woman off for $12,000 and is having a nice game of golf today. And as far as I'm concerned, they suck. And I will talk about this for as long as I'm on the air, how Rio Exterior should be avoided like the plague, and he should be playing golf all the time. And
did it tee you off?
It teed me off when he said he was teeing off. Now, Gloria.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do about it, really, but I think you got good information from Ken regarding the code. I would sue this guy. I really would. Ken, what will it take? Does this whole thing have to be torn out?
I believe so. I mean, it should have been longer. I will say this. I did look across the street because he did a couple jobs there that Gloria told me about, some stuff. He did a nice enough job. He just dropped the ball on this one, or his guys did. And I think one of the excuses may have been there was a sprinkler head he didn't want to move because he had told them originally he was going to go further out. He would have had to have gone a lot further out to get this thing to work.
I want to make it clear that you are, Ken, you are not slamming him. You even said the actual finish, the trial finish was good, and it sounds like the guy knows what he's doing. He just did not do it according to code.
Does he even have 30 feet in that front yard, or would it hit the sidewalk?
You could do it, but it would be the craziest looking thing that you'd
Well,
never
you're
see.
allowed to have a turn on a ramp, aren't you, or not?
Sure. Yeah, you can have a turn. He's got a turn on it, and then that one is about 6 foot, 6'4", and it drops I put my glasses on, I had that number here, and that drops about 17 inches. So it's as steep as the other one almost, just not as long. So he did turn it to bring it back to the driveway, but it's just too steep on both parts of the ramp.
Wow. Okay. This
Gloria.
is terrible.
And no railings. She paid for railings.
Yeah, so listen, Rio Exteriors, they suck. I mean, we got to do something. So what do we do is the question. What really do we do at this point? I think we let people know to avoid them. I mean, look at it. If he's not going to make good on this, it sucks. I mean, it's wrong. And I think people should let him know. You're going to pass the word around. Now, he's out golfing right now. And
what phone number did we try him at?
720-364-2910. Is that his cell phone?
Sure is.
Okay. People, you ought to either text or let him know. And I'm not asking you to be vulgar. Let him know. This is a business proposition. We've heard about you. We will never use you. And we will tell our friends not to use you. Go on Nextdoor. And now, people, this is what I'm saying, just so you know, because he's the type that's going to hire an attorney and get all pissed off. So let's just say this. We're not saying he does bad work. We're saying in this particular case, which was $12,000, he didn't follow code, and it cannot be used, and that I believe that is a breach per se, meaning you already broke the law, so it's a breach, because you assume people will follow the law in a contract. Again, what I'm saying is he's not making this good, so you can't trust him. That's my opinion, and I'm telling people you should let him know if you've decided the same thing, because I think it's wise that business owners know this. He's out golfing. You may want to call him. Who knows? He might be putting right now, but here's the thing. He should be basically spending days with the putter in his hand, because I don't think he should be in business if this is how he's going to do it. 720-364-2910. 720-364-2910. Do you realize, people, that this show helps you with your frustration? Because nameless, faceless people, all these people, there is something you can do. We can band together and we can let people know. We're not going to take it.
And according to Gloria, he didn't even finish the job. There's no railing. That was part of her contract.
Now, as I understood it, though, the guy wouldn't put the railing on. He did send someone. Is that right, Gloria? He sent someone to put the railing on?
Yes, he sent somebody from another that worked someplace different. But we would have had to pay for the railing.
So it wasn't part of the original contract, a railing?
No, because he said that after he's done, he'll send some guy out, and we had to pay for it.
Got it. I don't know. This really sucks, Gloria. It's the worst-looking ramp I've ever seen. It looks like a freaking ski slope. And I hope this guy is ashamed of himself, because he's left you guys high and dry, and I'm not sure what we can do about it at this point besides have people, try to get through to him that he needs to make this right. Taking this guy to court, you could go to small claims court for $7,500, but hiring an attorney for this, I don't know. How do you think the judge would look at it, Tom? Is he going to say, well, even though it wasn't up to code, she did get some value?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Oh, no, not in a case like this, because
it looks horrible.
Because you can't just break the law and be done. Like with negligence cases, Mark, if they break a law and injury results, you really have a strong case, because the law was broken. If, of course, they're charged with that. In this case, it's a code. It's not a crime, but it's still, the code is pretty easy. If it says 1 inch per whatever feet, 10 feet or 12 feet, and it's not. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, but the common sense plays a big role in this one. It looks horrible.
Okay. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255 is our number. For the first time today, we have open lines for the first time.
Hey, what Mike wants to talk about is interesting if it's the same thing, but Apple has signed up with Kia and Hyundai, which is really cool, because I love Hyundais.
I love Hyundais too. Mike, are you talking about Are you talking about this Apple car? What's going on with it?
Yeah, I'm wondering if Hyundai is going to ruin Apple's electric car.
Well, why would they ruin it? First of all, are they going to do a hybrid, or are they doing an all-electric?
I think it's all electric, but everybody knows that the Apple electric car is much better than that crappy Android electric car.
I don't even know what you're talking about as far as the Apple electric car. Oh, I get it. He's joking about the Apple versus the Android. By the way, is the Apple car, do they even have one now? Seriously, or in other words, do they have a concept they're merging? Or do they have
no? They've had one like Google that's been driving around and doing different things. But what they're looking at doing is teaming up with Hyundai Kia to manufacture an Apple-branded autonomous electric vehicle. Imagine that. It's not going to be long, Tom. We've talked about this 5 years ago. You're going to hop in your car, and it's going to bring you where you want. I don't know what local municipalities like Castle Rock are going to do in 10 years. You're not going to have speeding tickets. You're not going to have accidents. I mean, it's going to be crazy. How about insurance? When these cars drive perfectly and never hit each other, insurance should be about zero.
Do you think it's going to make things safer?
I think it'll make a hell of a lot safer if you can't override it.
Isn't it amazing, though, with all the streets?
You wouldn't have anybody dying on Colfax or Santa Fe.
We always thought people were going to need perfect streets and roads for cars to be, autonomous, but
they need cameras.
They figured out ways to do it.
Well, it's AI.
Amazing.
It's artificial intelligence, and it's cameras everywhere.
Now, by the way, Apple invested $3.6 billion in Kia. $3.6 billion in Kia. Now, here's the deal, okay? It's either going to work as far as the selling goes or not. The autonomous part, does that encourage carelessness behind the wheel?
No, because it's driving.
I understand that, Mark, but don't you still want someone... So, in other words, you don't even expect someone to drive. Is that the case, or is it just assisting?
When I read what they're making... Eventually, I don't know how many years, but it's going to do everything. You will hop in the back seat for that matter, and it'll bring you wherever the hell you tell it to bring you.
And then, of course, that'll do wonders.
$17.
Air and all.
I got a break.
All right. Uber will be nothing but a fleet of autonomous vehicles.
Okay, so listen. We're going to be doing a commercial, okay? That means that I want you to listen, because the commercials are just as important as the show. But it also means you can load up the lines. We have 0 right now. So you can get right in. 303-713-TALK.
Clear, Frank Duran.
Become the banker in 30 seconds.
CuriosityStream has thousands of documentary films and shows available on demand on any device. We're the Netflix for nerds, the Hulu for history buffs, the Disney Plus for the scientist in us. There sure are a lot of streaming services, aren't there? CuriosityStream is the one you definitely need if you're the type of nature and chill. If you frost it.
That one, I don't know why that one's got you.
Because it's a fucking ripoff that everyone is letting happen.
And sign up today.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. We use the word, we love Frank. We really do. Love him like a brother. He is a trusted professional. When you meet him, you'll know. You'll know there's something different about him. You'll know that he'll take care of you, whether you're buying or selling a property. And, of course, he has this whole spirit he engenders, or he dissipates to his people, his team. And you know what else? Free market analysis of your home. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Now, investments can be tricky. With Become the Banker, you have 2 things that are guaranteed. 2 things. First, Become the Banker, the overfunding of life insurance, you have a guaranteed 4% return, guaranteed in writing with a 1% override, a dividend. That's 5%. You also have income for life if you do it the right way, and you can use it instead of credit cards. Plus, you have life insurance. You need to know about it. BecomeTheBanker.org to make your appointment. Also, while you're there, when you make an appointment, either privately or to go on to the seminar, you can find out about the guaranteed retirement pension. That's BecomeTheBanker.org or 303-779-1622. $6,600.
Tune into the Mortgage Doctor this and every weekend. When it's time to buy a new home, lower your house payment, consolidate your debts, Steve Haney is the Mortgage Doctor and the go-to guy in Colorado. The Mortgage Doctor Show, Saturday mornings at 6 and Saturday afternoons at 3.
Research Raccoon is the easy and affordable way to get
this. This thing about Research, Mark, I don't know. I mean, is this fucking thing really what is cracked up to be this Research Raccoon? I don't know.
To help you decide. No matter the size of your business,
that's what we need to know, because I think is a great idea.
ResearchRaccoon.com to learn more. Research Raccoon. Fast results with big.
If it really works. Because you can learn about shit that's critical to your business. And I'm thinking we can use it, but I don't know about the cost or anything.
Legal advice on any topic you'd like to discuss with them.
If you have an overactive bladder and need leak protection, don't settle for the one-size-fits-all solutions available in a store. You deserve better. Thousands of happy customers have switched to Because, like Ruth from Florida, who writes,
I've been comparing Because with another brand, and you are so much better. Your fit is better. Your absorption.
I would love an autonomous vehicle. Think of there'd be no more DUIs. I mean, just really think about it. It'd be fucking great.
Why would you really do believe it, don't you?
I think it. God, why wouldn't you want it?
I think obviously, just like autopilot save lives. I really think.
I don't know why we don't have drones yet that I can hop in and fly to your house in and have to do nothing but put coordinates in. I don't need to know how to fly.
And see for yourself why Because is better. Sign up today and you'll get a free.
That's all going to be batteries. Once they have these batteries lighter and longer, shit, you'll fly a drone from here to New York if you want to.
Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. You'll sit in a drone.
Save even more for
you don't need to know how to fly. It'll do everything.
Right. Contact your local agent.
It'll know where every other drone is.
The only problem with that drone is with a helicopter you can auto-rotate. Drones, fucking, there's no auto-rotate.
Yeah, but you'd have multiple props. I don't know how many. If you had like 12 props,
or you're right. The likelihood of everything going out.
Well, if each prop had its own motor and its own battery,
if you have, or it doesn't even have to have its own battery. Well, I guess you would. If you truly have redundancy, I mean, you couldn't. You're right. That is like the ultimate.
And then I guess ultimately a parachute like a Cirrus.
See, and with the drone, the props are underneath, not on top.
No, they can be either or. Mine are on top for like my little.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But they can be both. In fact, I've seen ones that have both on top and on bottom.
But I love being Kristen, so I prioritize that a little bit more than my desire to spread my wings or prove to people that I can be some dramatic actress.
If you like listening as much as I like.
What could break if you had an electric helicopter?
The iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's that, Mark?
If they had an electric helicopter, what could really break?
Cooler than they were yesterday after I-67.
It's much the same as.
On Box 31 from Weather
You'd
Meteorologist.
still auto-rotate on an electric. There'd be no difference there.
The Denver Gazette is a better local news option.
It'd probably be smart enough to where if you did lose your tail rotor, the computer would probably be smart enough to keep you alive to get until you get on the ground. You know what I'm saying? There'd be no human error.
Well, when you lose the tail rotor, it would have to cut the power to the main.
What's what I'm saying?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Scott's got a comment on electric cars. And by the way, peeps, we have a lot of time to get your calls in. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so what do you think, Scott, about electric cars, especially autonomous cars?
Tom, autonomous cars are so 2020. The NVT here are people carrying drones. Autonomous cars are tied to concrete.
We were just talking about that. Do you think really, like we used to see at World's Fairs and stuff, people with their own flying machines. We were just talking about that. You think there'll be a time when we sit in a drone and it takes us anywhere?
The Jetsons.
Tom, it's happening now. they have that they have that proven technology now, where you can get in a drone, plug in a GPS coordinate, it'll get you there, it'll deconflict with other airplanes, it'll avoid ground obstacles. You don't have to drive on a road. You can go VFR direct places. It's here now.
We simply need but what we really need is redundancy, because it's very, very dangerous.
Tom, I mean, tell me a technology that over time we haven't been able to overcome. This is just a function of deconflicting. That's easy.
A function of what, sir?
It's a function of deconflicting with other aircraft.
Oh, no, but I'm talking about just failure, you know, like an emergency. Like, I think a parachute, but if it's low level, a parachute won't help. But I'm just talking about in the event the engine goes out or the motor goes out. Nothing's perfect, right?
You're right. That has to be solved, Tom. I agree, but that's solvable.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
So I think autonomous cars, that is an interim step.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about security. You're up in one, it's flying itself, and someone hacks into the damn system and puts you in a wall.
You know, ultimately, you have to worry about that, right? There's so many things, terrorism and stuff, but the idea of drones, you know, you're right. We were talking about that with streets. I mean, when you think about it, they are so limiting. I mean, and
Uber and Hyundai teamed up sometime last year to come up with an entire drone system for taxis.
And you could easily do assignable altitudes, like a very low level, let's say for package deliveries, where we don't care about fatality. As far as there's
almost like airwaves.
And yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then you have another strata for buffering and another strata for, let's say, for privately owned. And then you have public transportation. I mean, really, this is so cool to think about, you know?
And it's coming.
The autonomous cars are just a...
so 2020, like you said, so 2020.
But, man, I can't wait to have one. I really can't. I mean, Tom, you don't seem like you'd want one.
No, I love them.
You'd rather drive.
Oh, no. I love the idea. No, don't get me wrong. I love the idea. I'm just... let's just put...
But you wouldn't be able to speed like a bat out of hell.
I'm awed by it. I'm really awed by it when you think about it. It's like, really? And then what happens? And again, I'd rather go the drone route, by the way. There'll always be those people that are a little afraid of heights and all that, but they'll get over it. What about this thing, though? What about when driving, the moral decisions, like you have a nun or you have Cub Scouts,
or a child or an adult?
Yeah, I mean,
no time to break. You got to hit one.
I wonder if programmers, is this just like an urban legend that we think of? I mean, when would it actually happen where it has to make a choice? I can go straight, kill the occupants in the car. I can go left and kill,
or slam into a wall or fly off a cliff.
I mean, I wonder if they have actually, if there's truly a team that sat down. And not just like I said with us talking about it, but they actually contemplated that. Yes, Suzanne?
So a side note, Tom, a comment on YouTube that I thought was pretty good on those Apple electric cars. They'd probably make you use their proprietary... how do you say that word?
Proprietary.
Charger.
Proprietary.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
For sure.
Apple, hell yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Mark. Go ahead, Mark. What's going on?
Hey, sorry I'm getting off the topic.
It's okay. There is no topic. No topic. Go ahead.
So the first thing that I would like to see in 2021 is Joe Biden climbing the steps into Air Force One.
Why? What, you don't see that?
I don't see him making it.
He's done it before, hasn't he?
Oh, this guy's just...
No, he's not... I mean, I get it. I know what he's saying. But don't you see... Did you notice that he shuffles like fast, like he's running places on purpose? Have you noticed that? Like he'll run up a few stairs or when
he challenged one guy to drop down and do push-ups when he was on the campaign trail.
Well, but his mind, he was still 50 years old when he said that.
Oh, of course.
But Mark, what do you... Seriously now, Mark... Not speaking politically, do you think he is showing his age?
Actually, I mean, people say he lied and stuff, but this guy...
Oh, he said, we know.
76?
79, I think, right? How old? 79? Suzanne?
78.
And he'll be 79 very soon, though,
in
right?
November.
Oh, okay.
That's this year.
Yeah, so but it's the election cycle. He's 78. He'll be 79. So he'll be 79, 80, 80.
He's
70,
not very
80.
articulate. I think that's part of it too.
Well,
I think he's very. I think he's down to earth.
He's folksy.
Here's what I like. Okay, and again, we're not talking politics. If we're only talking personality, I like his personality way more than Trump. Now, Trump exudes a certain. No. You know, Trump has some confidence in some things, but I really, really did not like it. I don't care if people love or hate me when it comes to this. I'm not talking politics, okay? I didn't like his personality.
He would walk out.
I don't like his personality, okay?
Like a rock star.
I don't like his
demand the attention from the whole crowd.
Obama? He was smooth.
I loved his personality.
Clinton was great.
Now, he had a great personality. Ronald Reagan had a great personality. I like Jimmy Carter. These guys had, and President Kennedy.
Obama was probably the most charismatic.
They are presidential. I personally felt that Trump, really, honest to God, he was his own worst enemy. And you know what?
He wasn't a groomed politician.
Okay, Mark, but you don't have to be a jerk.
All right, whatever.
You know, you're just blinded, okay?
How do you think he got?
Blinded.
We've had this conversation
so
many
blinded,
times.
Okay?
If he didn't nickname everybody else on the Republican ticket, he would have never even got nominated to go up against Hillary.
Mark.
Here we go. Thanks, Mark.
My God, man.
Mark, you always resort to politics, okay?
It's not politics. If he wasn't loud and obnoxious, he wouldn't have even got the nod for the ticket.
I don't know that. But I'm asking you this, though. Would you want him as a friend?
Yes, of course.
Oh, come on. I wish.
I'm friends with you.
There were times I wished I could have talked to him and said, dude, you're the most powerful man in the world. All you have to do.
You don't think everybody around him tried to tell him that? Of course they did.
Just acknowledge once in a while people's frailties. Acknowledge your frailty. Like give some confidence, but mix in a little humility. Like
give
just
some grace, Mark.
Be real. Just be real. I mean, look.
You can't have a little grace.
And again, if you can separate yourself from the damn politics and admit that to yourself. I mean, there were times even though I liked some of the things he did, I really did. I cringed and said, "Oh, come on, man, come on," and just like he always had to toot his own horn, and it almost was pathological. Again, people, this has nothing to do with politics. It really doesn't. But you see, people aren't mature enough to separate themselves. We got more coming up. Call about anything. 303-713-TALK.
This is Denver's talk station.
Cool. I got them back to back, so Mile High and 888 Heating.
HOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, the highway drive around the metro area looking pretty good right now. Some slowing on westbound I-70 just west of C-470. Otherwise, I-70 wide open. I-25 flowing freely in both directions from North Glen to the Tech Center, but more than 3 miles of backups through the Gap project on southbound I-25 approaching Larkspur. And out to the southwest, Highway 285 closed over Kenosha Pass because of adverse conditions. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, partly cloudy this afternoon. Will drop down into the mid-20s overnight tonight. Mostly cloudy tomorrow for your Friday with a high in the low 40s. It's 39 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Love the home, the kitchen, Westera can
10 sec.
Extra renovation.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Credit Union.
All right, yeah, here you go. About 5 seconds here.
Mortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity, NMLS 421606.
I want to tell you about the Harris Law Firm. I know Rich and Lisa Harris personally and their family. And their firm loves to say guidance, wisdom, strength, peace of mind. They even do what's called an early neutral assessment if you need some kind of an assessment on what the divorce will look like. They also do collaborative divorces, meaning they cooperate with both parties and they look for mutually beneficial solutions and they sign a pact not to go crazy. Seriously, it's wonderful. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, a cut above and a whole different approach. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-622-3716. 303-622-3716. All right, And speaking of important things like that, let's talk about MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Blake Harris, MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Everyone needs an estate plan. You've heard me say it, and I mean it. And what you need to do is call. That's what you need to do to get the ball rolling. You just call and talk. It doesn't cost you anything. In fact, most of the time when you talk to your attorney, it doesn't cost you. He just charges flat rates for what he does for you, whether it's a will, an estate, probate, whatever it is, he does it for you. Avoiding probate, doing a trust. 833-ASK-BLAKE, a simple power of attorney possibly. You know, some people want medical directives, beneficiaries deeds. There's a whole slew of things. The important thing is a good estate plan protects you and your assets while you are alive and after you pass. Because he can help you plan for long-term care without endangering your assets and your savings so your kids have college educations or your grandkids and your wife can live or your husband can live. 833-ASK-BLAKE.
888 Heating, choices, choices, choices. I cannot get this through your head enough times. Here's what I mean. If your furnace breaks, your air conditioner breaks, you give these guys a call. They'll come out. They're not going to say, hey, your furnace is over 10 years old. You're better off buying a new one for $10,000. They're going to give you choices. They're going to tell you how much it will cost to repair it. If you do want a new furnace, they have options, choices, options. They have economical units that you can get for as low as $50 a month. They also have very high efficiency systems, top of the line stuff with the best thermostats out there. These guys have all the choices, all the options. They're very competitive. In fact, they'll beat anybody's quote, apples to apples, of course, out there. They're a great company. They've been on our referral list for many, 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 many years. 888heating.com. 888heating.com.
Want to feel the love this Valentine's Day? Download Best Fiends from the App Store or Google Play. It's possibly the best puzzle game out there. They keep adding more cute, creepy crawlies, and now there are over 5,000 levels. For a fling that lasts so much longer than any heart-shaped box of chocolates, download Best Fiends for free from the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends.
Play Best Fiends. Download free.
Still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the gift of comfort and relaxation this year with Tempting Touch Pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram.com. Tempting Touch Pajamas will keep her warm and cozy from head to toe while complimenting her every curve. They're made with micro velvet, a new fabric that's silky smooth and addictively soft. They're irresistible to wear and beg to be touched. She'll slip these on after a long day and start melting away her stress. You'll love them too. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her Tempting Touch Pajamas and your free gift packaging today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
Have you thought about buying a new home? Maybe you want something bigger because you're working at home, or maybe you're just ready for a new neighborhood. Well, listen to this. Mortgage rates continue to be at historic lows, helping to keep home ownership affordable. It's especially true when you work with Colorado's own upfront or hidden fees, and if you need a realtor that can connections in Colorado. Don't put your new home purchase off any longer. Call American Financing today. 303-657,000. That's 303-657,000, or apply online at AmericanFinancing.net.
If you've ever sold a home, you know it's a hassle. From the prep work to the open houses, not to mention the supply shelf. What if I told you there was a stress-free way to buy and sell a home? Well, go to the Move First Service helps you buy, then list your old home once you're all moved out. That means you'll never have to deal with showings, open houses, double moves, or to make sure you get the best possible price. Orchard can also handle making repairs or updates, so your home is list ready. Joe, a recent Orchard client, said, with Orchard we got home for $10,000 less, and got asking price on our home. Highly recommend. Kevin, another client, said, we didn't have to carry two mortgages. Didn't have to rush to move. And most importantly, we beat out 7 other offers for our new home. Go to Orchard.com now. Enter your address and get the free evaluation. It's that easy. That's Orchard.com. Again, Orchard.com.
All right, guys, you're back on about 10 seconds.
We have one more spot trade, obviously.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-Talk, 303-713-55.
Get Rio Exteriors. The guy who did a ramp out of code, refuses to fix it, cost her $12,000. I recommend you let him know you heard him on the radio and you're not going to use him, and you're going to pass it around on all the neighborhood bulletin boards or whatever they call them, community forums like Nextdoor and the rest. And their number at Rio to let him know in a nice way. You can text or talk to him at his cell phone. He's on the golf course right now. 720-364-2910. Don't be vulgar. Just let him know we heard about you. Not going to use you. We're going to spread the word about Rio Exteriors. 720-364-2910. 720-364-2910. Now, I want to talk to Jennifer with a problem that's a weird problem. We've handled these before. It's kind of weird. Jennifer, hi. You're having a problem with your insurance, homeowner's insurance, right?
Yes. Hi, Tom.
Hi. What happened?
So in January, I received a letter that stated my homeowner's insurance was canceled due to non-payment. So I called my mortgage company to find out, what's going on. They confirmed that they made the payment after calling my insurance company in December of 2019. And so we got my insurance company on the line, and they said that they couldn't confirm the amount that was quoted to my mortgage company back in December, but that they didn't pay enough, and that is the reason why they canceled my insurance.
Okay. And they usually what happens is they send notice before canceling, then they cancel.
True.
And also, the reason people's escrows go up a lot is because the mortgage company gets notified of an increase in insurance or an increase in taxes. So the insurance company would definitely notify them, and it's not all done on the phone. In fact, very seldom is it done on the phone. So I don't understand why the insurance company is saying all this. And your mortgage company is most likely or could be at fault, because I'm sure the insurance has a way of letting them know. But again, let's ask one of my mortgage experts. And here's what's bothering me.
Okay.
They canceled your insurance. Did they put forced insurance on there?
So that's what I'm looking at right now. They're stating that they canceled my insurance effective 7/17 of 2020. And so now they're saying that my mortgage company is saying I owe $3,200 for a lapse in insurance now.
No, not for a lapse. You owe $3,200 for forced insurance. And then, did you reinstate your other insurance yet?
I have. I've gotten insurance since, yes.
Okay, so that $3,200 is for the period of time you were uninsured. And you were uninsured, so the mortgage company put what's called forced insurance. But here's something you need to know. Somebody owes that money because you were being insured. Now, I don't know whose fault it is. I'm going to ask Kurt to weigh in on it. Kurt Rogers with Affordable Interest Mortgage, acting as my expert. He wasn't involved here. Hey, Kurt, how does it usually work? I mean, obviously, the mortgage company can't just use a crystal ball to figure out how much to escrow or send in. So what do they mean? Well, we told your mortgage company and they didn't pay enough. What do they mean by that?
Okay, what will happen when your insurance is increased throughout the year? They will get a statement that they'll take that statement and they'll send it to the mortgage company because they know the mortgage company is where the money's coming from.
Right.
So what I would look at is if they have the insurance company show you the statement or the email or the document that they sent to the mortgage company. I would then look at my mortgage statements, if you still have copies of them, and to see if your insurance changed. If in any of those statements they said that you have a shortage, or that they're going to have to collect more money. Normally, the mortgage company, once they're informed that the insurance has gone up, will start to tell you in the mortgage statement
right.
you're going to pay more. So somebody dropped the ball.
Yes,
Whether
and it costs
the
you.
insurance company or the mortgage company. If the insurance company can prove that they sent it to it, then the mortgage company is the one that failed to pay the shortage, and it should be on them.
So here's the deal. The bottom line here is the insurance company tells, sometimes they even sent them monthly statements, by the way, or it's an auto draw on your escrow account. So the insurance company has to show you, Jennifer, your insurance company, where they notified the mortgage company. If they say that they talk to them on the phone, they're full of crap because they don't do it by phone, okay?
Right.
Okay? So in fact, in real estate and lending and all that law, everything is required to be in writing, and you can tell them that. So if they can't show you documentation where the lender was notified, then the lender had no way of knowing, which cost you financial harm. And you would have gotten a letter that your policy was in lapse. This sounds very sloppy to me. Who is the carrier?
My insurance carrier?
Yeah.
HomeSite.
What is HomeSite?
Well, I'm through Progressive, and they don't
Now,
have, yeah.
Is it a high-risk pool or something? Have you ever heard of them, Kurt? HomeSite?
I've heard, no, I'm not HomeSafe. I've heard of Progressive.
Is it safe? Home safe, is she saying? Home safe?
Site.
S-I-G. Okay. Now.
S-I-T-E.
Okay, got it. Now, did anyone did anyone work through a broker, or was it directly to the carrier? Do you know?
I went through Progressive, and they connected me with their third party.
Did you ever have any claims, out of curiosity?
Yes, I did. I did a claim on August 1st for my roof.
August 1st of 20?
That was probably why it went up.
Well, it didn't go up. She's paying for forced insurance and possibly a deductible. I mean,
yeah, but the forced insurance, we can both agree, wouldn't have covered a roof, or would it?
Of course it would.
Does it cover liability as well?
No. Listen, here's what it covers.
It just covers the asset.
That's exactly right. And a roof is an asset, right? Right.
Yeah.
It would not it doesn't cover a lot of stuff that homeowners covers, like your own personal stuff.
It's like forced insurance on a car. It's to cover the collateral, everything else.
Exactly. So, your insurance claim was covered in August, right?
Yes.
Let me ask you something. When that was covered, didn't you deal with an insurance adjuster?
Yes, I did. And I did receive the check for the roof. In September.
And did they tell you where it came from? Couldn't you see it wasn't from your insurance company?
Did you do the roof?
No, I have not done
well, okay. There's a million things here.
Yeah, but Mark, how much can I? The $3,200 is not because of that. I don't think they don't give a damn about that right now. The $3,200, I believe, is the premium for the forced insurance. That's what I think it is. Now, Jennifer, is that what they're... Hold on. We got to take this break. Hold on.
Simply Floors, Home Investors in a minute.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, roadwork slowing things on westbound I-70 just west of C-470. Otherwise, I-70 in good shape through the metro area. I-25 flowing freely in both directions from to the Tech Center, but more than 4 miles of backup through the GAP project on southbound I-25 approaching Larkburg, and to the southwest, Highway 285 is closed over Kenosha. Third part cloudy this afternoon. We'll drop down into the mid-20s overnight tonight. Tomorrow for your Friday with a high in the low 40s. It's 39 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW. No, don't watch other containment.
10 seconds. Simple Floors and Home Investors. 10 seconds.
Put that call on hold. Oh, thanks, Ann. I can't do it from here, so.
You know, there are many ways to sell your house. You can go through a conventional real estate broker. That's a great way. But if you need money immediately, you don't want to fix up, you don't want to do anything to your home. You just want to get rid of it. Literally move out of town, get a check in a few days. All you need to do is call Home Investors. That's right. Now, it may not be top dollar, but it might be enough for you to take because you're not putting any money into it, right? And you're not paying commissions. But you will never know unless you try. There's absolutely nothing to lose and no obligation. 800-44-FIRE. In fact, I call on any house. It doesn't matter before I list. Why not? 800-44-FIRE. All right. We know that floor covers are important. I don't know if you mentioned that. The first thing, the main thing you notice in a house, your feet touch the floor before anything, right? All right. You look around, floor coverings can be purchased, the same floor coverings at so many different prices. Why? Because there's different levels of profit. And Simply Floors Inc., Buddy and Karen Mitchell simply decided to make less money. They make a good living, but they pass savings on to their consumers, and you can prove it to yourself by simply making an appointment and shopping. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Research Raccoon can answer any question about your business for less than you think. From a new product to a small fleet on a proven winner, Research Raccoon gives you US-based data you can put to use that day. Plus, it's affordable enough for small businesses. So stop wondering if your business is on the right track and know for sure with data to back it by using Research Raccoon. Visit researchraccoon.com to learn more.
Hey, you recall? Yes, I did it inside the spot break. Never mind, thanks.
Any question, anytime.
Hi, it's Mindy calling. Join my friend Gary Bell and Brad Pollock for the Bell and Pollock Legal Show right here on KHOW every Saturday morning at 7. It's a live call-in show to give colleagues like you free legal advice on any topic you'd like to discuss with them.
Imagine coming home to your very own gorgeous 8,400 square foot home. This award-winning home can be yours, but only through the Mile High Rapid. We are back. This stunning custom home features a beautiful 40-foot staircase. From the gourmet chef's kitchen to the jaw-dropping master suite with your very own private sauna. You won't believe your eyes. The Mile High Raffle offers over 4,000 prizes from high-end cars to incredible vacations. 1 in 20 will win. You can feel great knowing you're supporting life-changing programs for kids through Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Denver. But hurry, entering early matters. Enter by Friday, February 5th to get savings on any multi-pack purchase. And did we mention you'll also get a free entry to win a Tesla Model S plus $25,000 cash just for entering early? Your best chance to win the Mile High Raffle is now. Go to milehighraffle.com and use promo code TREAT10 to get savings on any multi-pack purchase. Enter by February 5th for your chance to win the Tesla too. That's milehighraffle.com and use promo code TREAT10. That's milehighraffle.com. With that,
If you want to get your business on the radio and you don't need help from a professional, you really need to check out adbuilder.com. Not only
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name?
Customizable and heard by 9 out of 10 Americans every month? It's just so easy. You can even make your own radio ad all from your smartphone.
Heck yeah, we do. It's Petrolli Roofing. You want that number? I can pull it up for you. Right?
Hey, I'm Andy.
Petrolli, that's Petrali. Great people. You ready for that phone number? 719-375.
Brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't get paid the proper amount.
Right?
So,
but it's not her fault if she's making her fucking mortgage payment.
I guess you're right.
She didn't subtract something from her mortgage.
But it's also not the insurance company's problem.
Unless they never gave notice.
If they never told the mortgage company.
Right. That's what we're trying to see, the documentation. The Kurt says, ask for the documentation. They're supposed to notify them in writing.
Who's the agreement in a case like that? Is it you and the insurance company?
You know, technically, she's responsible.
Yeah.
But she gives that response. Well, yeah, Mark, but you would never know. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just like insurance and fucking medical bills, Mark. When you
Why
go,
wouldn't they
when
come
you go
to
to a doctor and they submit a payment to insurance?
Her and actually said, you owe X amount. Why did she never get a call?
Because normally they notify the...
Yeah, but now we're talking a cancellation.
Yeah.
They have to notify you of a cancellation.
They have to notify the mortgage company. And her. You're right. Lapse. They do. They notify you. You're right.
So, she should have been able to catch up on it,
if
right?
they did notify her, the mortgage company said they never fucking knew it.
We should ask them, Brian.
So here's what I know.
If
If they collected the incorrect amount, what did they do with that money? Where's that money?
Where's the premium they paid? That I would assume that amount went to the insurance company.
But why? If they cancel them because they weren't paying enough.
Well, I'm saying they went to them up till the month. And then they cancel them for having not the right amount of payments. Then they forced insurance on us.
Yeah, but okay, whatever. Okay. I see, whatever. All right, listen, we may not be able
going to finish it tomorrow. Jennifer, with the way I look at it, and Kurt Rogers looks at it, is this. It's not your fault. If you made your full mortgage payment every month, you're not responsible for it, okay? Now, legally on paper, you're responsible to pay the insurance company, but we give that responsibility to our mortgage company, and there's no doubt that they take it on. So, Kurt, she has every right to ask that insurance company for proof that they notified escrow, right?
Absolutely. How is the lender supposed to know?
Right.
And that way, if the insurance company did tell the mortgage company, then you got to go to the mortgage company.
That's right.
Why didn't you pay it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Right. And the mortgage company is the one charging you for the forced insurance, by the way,
Correct.
not your company. The forced insurance is very expensive. Now, the issue on the roof and being paid and not doing the roof has nothing to do with this. However, it is an issue that may come up because, the lenders don't like it when you don't get stuff fixed and you're paid for it. They don't like it at all.
Don't like it. You agreed when you took that mortgage out that you would fix it.
Yeah. So just, Jennifer, that is a side note. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this on Monday. Tomorrow. I don't know why I say Monday. We want to try to get Compass on if we can tomorrow.
You know what? I bet Brian Burns would call over to that company and figure out exactly what the heck they think happened.
That's right. By the way, Kurt, we always appreciate you. Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500 for him, 720-895-0500. All right, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. You stick around. Tomorrow, not now, I guess. I'm out of time. I thought I was still on the air. Oh, no. So don't stick around. No, stick around for Brownie. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm Tom Martino, referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. And save all your problems for me.
You might have.
Oh, my goodness.
Send me the carrier name in an email. Whatever you said it was through Progressive.
Who fucked up, the insurance company or the mortgage company?
That is a weird one. Who do you think fucked up?
I think the mortgage company. I don't think the insurance company would give a shit about anything as long as they were getting paid.
Oh, yeah. Well, unless it's not to tell.
But how do you forget to notify one person?
Yeah, they're in the business of doing that.
I don't know. Anything's possible.